WNBA's Houston Comets.
So on one hand, I work with Fortune 100 companies who have $50 million marketing and sales budgets, all the way down to the sister who just has this great idea in her mind that she can't quite figure out how to bring it to the market. So it may not necessarily be a big $100 million business, but it's that idea, it's that dream, it's that passion, it's her calling that she has.
We do not want to hurt her feelings as she is a loose cannon and may go off, but it is getting worse. Please advise the best way to deal with her.
And I got this question because what? I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
Sloppy eaters in Texas.
Let's get Fran all the really disgusting questions.
I'm going to talk to you about the 3 C's of badass championship teams. And initially, it was just the 3 C's of championship teams. But then I realized that I'd actually played on championship teams, but I've also played on several badass championship teams. And those things have a little bit of a different tenor when you start to break down what those championship teams had on them. So let's not pretend that I am looking at this without these. So let's suspend with all of the craziness of that. I need these to see what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. So the 3 C's of badass championship teams. Let's start with covenants. We don't talk enough about covenants in the world of business, in the world of team building. Those are the promises that you and your teammates make to one another, the promises that your leaders make to you about their leadership, about what they want to create. And so I've broken those down into a couple of things, and I'll give you guys these slides when we're done. Every covenant, every team has a mission. Every team, every badass championship team has a mission.
Now the two of them are going up together. It's about teamwork. It's about trust. It was about bringing you together to communicate and to connect and to trust each other and to become a better team with each other. Not just on a high wire or a trapeze, but also with your kids and in your relationship. I love the deal, and I'll take your deal, Barbara. You got it. I wish I could hug you, but I can't. But let's go!
I'll make up for it later, all the hugs.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
I was born and raised in southeastern West Virginia, the coal fields. My father was an AME minister. For me, I was very fortunate. Even though I grew up in the segregated South, I was surrounded by flourishing Black businesses, doctors, lawyers, bankers, dentists. They were all there and they were all successful. And I guess that's part of my dream, is to see that success come back. My name is Joseph Simmons, and I am the founder of the Center for Micro-Entrepreneurial Training. We have this moment in time where we can change the trajectory of people. And our focus is on women, Black and brown entrepreneurs, and their access to capital, their ability to build thriving businesses, the ability to employ people. There's a study that showed that in those 3 communities, especially Black and brown communities, $1 stays in those communities for 30 minutes. In white community, $1 stays in their communities for 8 hours. So think about it. For you in a Black or brown community to get gas, to get food, to go to a restaurant, you've got to leave your community, take those dollars out of that community and take it to another community that's already being well served. So if we can reverse that, if we can go from 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, that's progress. That's what we need to do. I was with SCORE. And then in May of 2020, of course, the events happened in regards to the murder of George Floyd. The other thing that I was experiencing was the denials of federal funds for small businesses. And it revolved around one thing. These businesses were not being prepared for grants and for government programs. And I came up with the idea for the Center for Micro-Entrepreneurial based off those 2 things. Morgan Stanley had a report out in 2020, first quarter, and it talked about there were 3 groups that were massively devastated by COVID-19 on their business. That was 1, women, number 2, Black, and number 3, brown entrepreneurs. The research showed that they had less cash on hand, they had less opportunity to go into a bank and get money, and they were very dependent on family and friends to keep their business up and running. If we can focus on those 3 groups, then we can have a dramatic impact on our communities. Really, the focus is on 3 areas. And those 3 areas are 1, the people, number 2, the courses, and number 3, a support network. Here at CMAT, we will provide you with the fundamentals for generational success. And you will be creating a vibrant community by attending our 5-day immersive training course.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Ravina Amos. I am your business moderator for this session of the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. Today, we have Dr. Tandra Price. Dr. Price is a global networking strategist, communications expert, and award-winning international keynote speaker with over 30 years of experience in entrepreneurship. I present to you Dr. Tandra Price. And remember, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello. Thank you so much, Mrs. Amos, for that amazing introduction. You're right. Genius is common, and we will see you on the other side. So listen, I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite topics today, which is mastering the art of communication. Again, I just want to kind of highlight who I am. My name is Dr. Tandra Price. I am the founder and owner of Tapped In Magazine, which is a global publication. We have over 700,000 online distributions, and we are doing some amazing things in our space. I'm actually known as a networking ninja. What y'all? I am known that because of my network strategies. I help a lot of entrepreneurs kind of ease the tension and stress of what it really is about building their network and expanding their network through doing some strategic marketing. We do a lot of information on LinkedIn. If you're ever looking at wanting to get into LinkedIn, which we'll talk about a little bit in this presentation, it is one of the most unused or not used enough platforms that is such amazing to our community. But at the end, we really help entrepreneurs amplify their voice, make sure they're making major connections that will eventually go into major relationships. So before we get started, I always like to talk about the importance. What is really the importance of mastering the art of communication? I think once you really can understand the unique and technique of what mastering the art of communication can do for your business, it will lead wonders. But most importantly, when you're thinking about communication, we want to make sure that communication is kind of a unique skill. But the best skill or the most unique skill that we all have to do is make sure that we're genuinely interested in the other person. A lot of times we have our own hidden agenda. So sometimes we kind of forget the person who we're really trying to talk to, trying to communicate with, because we have to think about what their interest is and how our products and services can be able to help them. So I want to share with you 5 keys of really how do we master the art of communication. The first key we're going to talk about, when is the best time, or really how is it to start a conversation? Again, that's one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs really struggle with is, how do we really get into a conversation, especially if we're in an environment that is kind of not our comfort zone. Two, we want to talk about the best time to network. When is the best time to network? 3, we want to make sure that we have an action plan. After we're going through the process of learning how to communicate, but what is our action plan? What is the plan that goes the next step after that? 4, we want to talk about how do we incorporate this whole massive thing into LinkedIn. Again, LinkedIn is one of my favorite topics, that a platform that is so underused. But we're going to talk about how do we now take all of this networking and really amplify our voices and our connections with LinkedIn. And lastly, we're going to talk about how do we use the digital world, the digital components, in actually mastering the art of communication. One thing I tell a lot of my clients and people that come into our network is that networking is a necessity. Networking is really an investment in our business. We have to think about that as if we're doing any other thing, getting our websites, getting our products and services, getting our branding. It is all networking. It is an investment in your business. And if it's done correctly, it can yield great results at the end. Networking can be simplified, whether you're introvert or extrovert, or whether you're really thriving or thrive in networking events. If you're just like a master at networking event, easy. A lot of these techniques we're going to show you, you can just kind of keep practicing and hone on them. If you have just a little difficulties, a little bit with the conversation, again, this platform and this conversation that we're going to have is going to be amazing for you. But what we want to do is take these strategies that have been proven and tested and show you how you can really amplify your business in your personal and professional life. So we're going to dive in real quickly to what this is about mastering the art of communication. We're going to start with the 4 essential steps of effective communication. The first step is we have to have a clear and concise message. I want to just spend just a second on that topic, on that first step, because a lot of times we have so many amazing ideas, so many ways that we want to say our message. But a lot of times we can get our clients kind of confused in the process of what we're trying to say. So we want to make sure that whatever it is, your product or service that you are trying to put out to the masses, we want to make sure that it is clear and concise. People can really understand exactly what it is that you have. The second step is you have to mention what you want. A lot of times we get into situations where we're so eager to talk about our products and services, but we miss the key component of saying what it is that we want. As entrepreneurs, as we're out in the sales market and field, there is something that you want from your clients, and you have to be able to tell the client what it is exactly what you're wanting. The third step is you got to show the value. A lot of times we don't show the value in our products and service. Remember, the message got to be clear. And in that message, we got to have our own deliverables of what the value of our products and services. How will this product and service change my business, change the trajectory of my life? How will it change? And the fourth step is we have to show our prospects that they have to have our product. What things will look like if they don't have our product. So when you take these 4 steps, which is very crucial into doing or effectively mastering the art of communication, it sets a presence of where the next steps will be when you're actually thinking about communicating. But I want to share with you some platforms. I get this question asked all the time, like, what are some platforms? What are most platforms are using? What are the most common or popular platforms that are used to send out mass communications? Anytime that you are trying to deliver a product or service to the masses, to the community, you can use these particular type of platforms. Now, a lot of these platforms you probably already use, and there are more platforms than what I'm going to share with you today. But these are some of the ones that are commonly used. You have email, which is your Outlook or Yahoo or things of that nature. That is a perfect platform to send out your message because you can send out newsletters, daily reminders, weekly reminders. You can just kind of keep them abreast of what's kind of going on, even just in the market space. Slack, which is for real-time communication. Microsoft Teams is more of a platform for meeting, groups, file sharing. Zoom, which is a lot of things when you're trying to get face-to-face with people, or even this StreamYard. But Zoom, anytime that you want to get face-to-face, using platforms like Zoom, StreamYard, and things of that nature, or even video chat, is an amazing platform to get your message out. Skype, WhatsApp, especially if you're trying to do international. WhatsApp is an amazing platform because a lot of times they don't have the same technology that we have. And if you're trying to reach the masses, and depending on what the time zone, WhatsApp is a perfect platform. Google Meets, Facebook Messenger. Now, Facebook Messenger is an instant messenger. And I want to kind of talk just a second about Facebook Messenger because you have Facebook Messenger. Facebook, you're normally putting in your feed, you're putting in comments and things of that nature. Facebook Messenger is you can take that particular person that you're wanting to talk to and hit them directly, send them an instant message directly. Twitter is always good because Twitter, you know what, they have a lot of things that's going on just community wise, and you can actually share your thoughts, but you can also get engaged in some of the conversations that are also out there. That's another platform. Video chat. Now we know statistically wise that a lot of people use video nowadays more than they use graphics. And the reason why they do that is because video is more of a real on-time presence. And, a lot of times you can really get to feel the person's passion and their commitment to what their products and services is. It's kind of almost like we're doing an emotional feel, but video chat is really good. Team chat, again, is another internal communication. LinkedIn messaging. I love, again, LinkedIn, and we'll talk further about that, but LinkedIn is where you get more information about your prospect on LinkedIn that you would on Instagram, Facebook. It gives you more information and more contact information. And of course, we have Instagram as well. And a lot of people use different platforms wherever your target audience is, but they use different platforms to send out a mass message to people. Remember the 4 steps: be clear, concise, know what you want, make sure that you're delivering the values, and fourthly, making sure that you help the client or prospect know what things will look like if they don't have your service. If you use these platforms to optimize your communication and expand your reach, you're building that long-lasting relationship for professional growth. And a lot of times we don't think about that. We think that these are some of the platforms that we use on a constant basis, but we don't really realize the connection that they are making that would allow us to be able to have that type of relationship that we're looking for. Now, let's jump into the 5 keys real quick. The first thing I said is, how do we start a conversation? What's the best way to start a conversation? I'm going to share with you 6 real quick ways of how the best way to start a conversation. The first one is just a soft introduction. Hello, how are you? If you're in a professional setting, make sure that you throw your hand out for a firm handshake. But don't make the introduction so complicated. Sometimes you can even just smile, and that will start the conversation or begin the introduction. But just a quick hello, how are you? How are you doing? Is a perfect way to start a conversation. The second way is always ask questions. A lot of times when you ask the question, you know that you're going to get a response. That's the part of initiating a conversation, because you're going to get a response. Hands down, you're going to get a response. The third one is doing a compliment. Make sure that you're doing a genuine compliment. We all love to have that compliment. I don't know about you. I like when people compliment me if I've done a job well done, or even if I look nice. Just that compliment really, again, sparks a conversation. I mean, I'm a shoe lover. I always go into the shoes department store, and I'm always striking up a conversation when I see someone try on a shoe that looks really, really nice. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that looks amazing on you. But we give a compliment, and it is really a genuine compliment. The fourth one is always ask other people for their opinion. People love, love, love. When I say love, they love to be helpful. They love to share their advice and give, what they think or their opinion. Again, it's that way of two-way conversation. It's going to keep going. They're going to keep talking. They're going to keep asking questions. You're going to be asking questions. They're going to get that feel, felt, found from you. The fifth thing is always humor. I always carry what they call a pocket joke. And it's a neutral joke that if I'm at a networking event where I don't really know anyone, but I'm standing next to someone that I really want to meet, I always start with a humor, like that, just a plain joke. I call it a pocket joke that I keep just in case. And the sixth thing is I'm always thinking about my observations. When you look around your environment, the places that you're at, you can easily start a conversation. I mean, if it's raining, snowing, if you're at an event, there's loud noise, people doing different things, pay attention to your environment and it will strike up that conversation. See, starting a conversation or initiating conversation is not that hard if you take these 6 steps that I've showed you, but incorporate them, and we do them on a daily basis. We just don't realize it. I think when we put ourselves in certain situations, then we kind of freeze up and we try to figure out, okay, what do I say? How do I get this going? Use some of those 6 steps that I've showed you, and you'll be able to master the communication skills so perfectly. But the thing is, we don't want to be afraid of what we're doing. We just want to make sure that at each time that we're just making sure that we're mastering what we're doing. You know what? You can practice it before you go. You can I always say when you go to a networking event, make sure that you're practicing a little bit. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as well, but make sure that you're actually practicing what you're doing when you get ready to go into a networking event. But take those 6 skills or those 6 things that and just kind of master, play around with it. Now, another question that I get asked all the time is the places to network. That's our second step. When is it to network? Networking is done 24/7. You never stop. Anytime I feel like you get up in the morning and you start talking, you're networking. Okay, so remember, networking is 24/7. But if you really wanted to define some places of where you can network, let me share a few with you. You can do conference and conventions, professional associations, trade shows and exhibits, business networking events, alumni events. Chamber of Commerce is the best places to network. A lot of times we don't think that, but Chamber of Commerce, their whole purpose and goal is to set up events for you to network. Meetup groups, if you haven't got into meetup groups, you can do them online or you can even do them in person, but they're perfect places to network. Workshops and seminars. You got career fairs. Now listen, career fairs is the best because you're all there for the same common goal. Either you're looking for a job, you're looking for the prospects, or you're looking to see what's new. Great place to network and start a conversation. Volunteering opportunities is another one because you're all volunteering. When you go and volunteer at a certain event or community event or something of that nature, you're all actually there for the same common goal. So great way to come into a networking conversation. Online platforms, community events, let me tell you, the best are the charities and fundraising galas. We all know that that's the best place to network because everybody's what? They're trying to raise that money. They're trying to raise money for their event. So it is an awesome place for you to be able to network and to see what other people's businesses are doing and how you can put your business inside or even collaborate. Now, why is all this so important? Because there's so many major benefits when it comes to mastering the art of communication and using different network strategies. It is so important, but it yields so many amazing benefits. It happens to be like, I look at it like this. If you're going to cook dinner or, and say, for instance, if you're using a steak, we always want our steaks to be nicely marinated. We want to take some time. We put the rub in and we put the seasoning on it. Then we may even put it in the refrigerator to let it chill a little bit to get just a little bit more flavor to it. But boy, when you pull that bad baby out and you put it in, whether you're, the grill or your air fryer, the juice that comes out of that thing. See, if you kind of follow my little strategy, my analogy, it's the effort that you put into it, which is what we talked about before. And here's now the benefits, because when you eat it, it's going to be so good and you're just going to see the juice. You have to think about that the same way as mastering the art of communication and networking. The benefits of it is going to increase your visibility. There, networking, the more recognizable you become. People will now start seeing you. They will start being able to connect with you. 2, you're going to be able to make so many collaborations. See, when you're actually networking, it puts you into these joint ventures where other people are trying to collaborate and do the same thing. Thirdly, it gives you access to tons of resources. Now, I'm always doing personal development, and I hope you are too when it comes to your business, because we want to make sure that we are staying on top of the keys of what our expertise is or what we're actually putting out there. But it gives you access to resources. I'm always wanting to learn what's new, what's going on, what kind of resources that I can put into my resource data bank so I can be that one-stop shop for my client. And every time I go to networking events or I'm out and about or, clients send me stuff, I put all of that information into my resource data bank. Fourthly, it gives you brand awareness. It helps you to promote your brand. And then guess what? It helps you to get your business on a broader scale. We want to say 5, it gives you access to decision makers. A lot of times when we are networking, we don't know who's who, right? We don't know who's out there or who can be the next person that turns our business over to that $1 million ideal or, transform our business. Remember, they say sometimes you only need that one client. And it comes down to a triple effect. So it gives you access to decision makers. And 7, it gives you that industry trend. What is going on in the industry? What are the trends? What is hot? And we want to make sure that, we're able to actually capture that information. And lastly, but not and most importantly, it gives you that business growth. We're always looking to 10x our business to the next level, or we're looking to grow our business exponentially. And being networking and mastering the art of communication, it gives you all those benefits and more. Those were just a few benefits that I said, but it gives you benefits and more of how you can really master this thing and actually make the connections that you need to make. Don't, a lot of times what we do, I think we feel like, this is not for me. I'm not good at this. People don't like talking to me, or sometimes when it comes to networking, people just say, "Oh, I don't even like talking to people." I get that all the time. People say, "I don't even like talking to people." So networking is not really my thing. Okay, but let's talk about the benefits though. It can still bring your brand awareness. If you're out there and about, people will understand and recognize your brand. And that's one of the main things that you want to make sure that you're doing when it comes to networking. Sometimes you don't even have to network. You could just, again, master your brand. And these are some of the ways that you could do that. Now, I want to talk about, after we've done all of that, we're going to get into this third way of mastering the art of communication. You got to have a plan. You got to plan. You got to have a plan, because if you don't plan, then you already plan to fail. So you know what they tell you every year? Let's get out our pen and paper. Let's get this plan going. What does our 25, 26 look like? It's the same way when it comes to networking. You have to create that master plan. So therefore, you can stay on task and you're continuously building the relationships. But when we talk about creating a plan, let me share with you how you want to do this. We have used in this particular step each and every time with our clients and with our magazine, which is Tapped In Magazine. We have created a plan. When we came out with our publication, we had to know where we were going, what we were doing, and how we were going to affect the communities that we were trying to implement into. So let me tell you how you create this plan. One, we set goals. Everybody should have a goal. Now, whether you're going to a networking event or you're not going to a networking event, or if you're just mastering your plan, you got to have a goal. What do you want that to look like? How many clients you want to reach? If you're going to a networking event, are you going there to network? You're going there to just eat? Find out what your objective is, okay? And stick to the goal. Do not deviate from it. The next thing, if you're going into a networking event or business-wise, do your research. You have to make sure that what you're putting out there into the community, there's a need for it, right? If you go to a networking event, you want to research that networking event. I get asked all the time, or people tell me all the time, networking doesn't work for me. You know why? Because you're spending your time in the wrong spot. Networking is a must for your business. It works for everybody. Whether you're doing social media networking, in-person networking, it works for everybody. But you got to do your research to make sure that you're in the right places, talking to the right people, right? And Tapped In Magazine can definitely help you with that, making sure that we are elevating your audience and making sure that you are actually in the spaces where you need to be. But I say when you go to a networking event, research it, find out how long they've done it, who's hosting it, find out some information about the host. You can do that easily through the internet. This amazing thing we call the internet. The digital world has given us access to so much, but you got to be able to utilize it. So research it. Next, you want to be able to prepare your introduction. Now, when I say prepare your introduction, I'm not talking about your sales pitch. I am talking about preparing your introduction. You want to be, when you meet somebody for the very first time, whether you're networking or just personally, you want to make sure that you become memorable to that person. That's what you want to practice on. That's what you want to prepare. Not that I work in such and such industry, we could do, no, because the person's got to get to know who you are before they even decide they want to do business with you. So you have to prepare that introduction and make yourself memorable to the person who you're trying to connect with. Practice networking skills. When I say practice networking skills, again, I'm not talking about rehearsing your 60-second speech or anything. I'm going to tell you the most important skill that is so underlooked or overlooked, should I say, is listening. That is the skill that I want you to practice when you're creating your action plan, is listening. Why do I want you to create that? Because again, if you kind of go back to the beginning of the conversation, one of the things that we do is we have our own agenda. We always have our own agenda. We're not thinking about the person who's in front of us. We have to genuinely be interested in the person that is in front of us or who we're trying to connect with. And if you're not listening to what their needs and wants are, you're going to miss the whole connection, the whole relationship. So make sure that you practice networking skills is listening. Update your digital presence. Remember, you only have that one time to make a first impression with people. What is it, 30 seconds? And you don't want to be able to give them some information that they have to go now hunt and find, because they're not going to do it. You want to be able to, if you give them some type of information connecting with you on social media, whatever kind of digital present, digital business card, you want to make sure that it's all updated. The last, not the last, but next to the last is bring essential materials. It is nothing more than if you don't have your phone charge, your iPad charge, your business cards, pen, paper, whatever it is you need. And then you have to go now hunt for it. I have been in situations where people would say, I would say, well, okay, well, give me your information. One, don't have a digital card. Two, oh, let me go find a pencil and paper. No, I'm already turned out, because when you come into these particular environments, they want to know who they're doing business with, people who they're doing business with. And those people have to be on their A game. And lastly, make sure that no matter where you go, what kind of networking you do, when you create this plan that you put in, we're incorporating networking into our daily plan and activity, make sure that you are connecting with 5 people. It is a must. Don't go anywhere without connecting with 5 people. As a matter of fact, put it on your daily list to connect with 5 new people. Not the same 5 people that you've already talked to yesterday or the day before. Remember, when you go into networking, you're not networking for yourself, you're networking for the next person. So it's important for you to make sure that you're connecting with at least 5 people before you go to network. And I always join their Facebook groups, because you know what? And that's easily to do if you needed to connect with 5 people, because you can always join their Facebook group. A lot of these groups, they start off when they do conferences and things of that nature, they start off with a Facebook group. Why do they do that? Because they're trying to build the communication in the community already, right? So make sure you do that. Now, along with this creating a plan is a follow-up plan. They always say the money's in the follow-up. I truly believe, but I also believe the new currency is the conversation, right? Conversation is currency, but you got to have a follow-up plan in order to make sure that it stays consistent and that you keep going. So whenever you meet somebody, no matter where it is, make sure that you schedule an appointment with them within 24 to 48 hours. Why? Because after that, life happens and then you forgot about. 2, make sure that you connect with them all on social media. Find out what platform works best for them and connect with them on all their social media. Make sure that you also have a CRM system. It is a customer relation management system. Make sure that you have a robust system that makes sure that you're always connecting at the same time. When you put people into the schedule, in your schedule planning, it already builds their profile in your CRM system. So now you can start sharing relevant information with them. That's so important, because after you meet somebody and you can share some information about their industry or their business, you are now becoming a good relationship builder. And you always want to stay engaged. It's so important to stay engaged with your clients. What I mean by staying engaged is like you now connected with them on social media, find out what they're up to, right? Look at all their social media, find out what they're doing. It could be a birthday, anniversary, something could be going on in their life. Here's what's so important about staying engaged, because when you stay engaged with somebody, the internet tells you everything about them, everything. They're putting it out there. So if you miss the boat on your client, that means that you wasn't following up, you wasn't staying engaged with them, and now they're doing business with someone else who's doing the same business as you. So it's important that you make sure that you stay engaged. And the next thing, the last thing, and most importantly, is you want to make sure that you set a calendar reminder. So now after you've set an appointment with somebody, here's the trick. You'll do it within 24 to 40 hours. Try to have a meeting with them within 24 to 48 hours after you meet with them. And then you want to put them into your calendar reminder, which is a part of your CRM system, for 3 weeks later, right? After that 3 weeks later, because now you've had a time to talk with them. They had a time to kind of get to know who you are. You're steady sending them different information, sharing resources with them. And probably within that 3 weeks, you've probably already set an appointment or connected and done some business. And then after that 3 weeks, you want to set another appointment for the next following week. Why is that important? Again, you have to stay visible in front of your clients. And why do you want to stay in front of your clients? It's because when you stay in front of your clients, they are going to remember you, right? Because see, what happens is we buy on emotions. Everything we do is on emotions. And you never know when that right emotion or time is. But if we're always in the loop, our clients open up their email, they see us, boom. Or if they see us on Facebook, boom. Or we tag them on something, boom, they're seeing us. They're going to remember who you are, and then they're going to start doing business with you. See, when people continue to do that, then those are the people who always are continually having their business grow. It's growing exponentially because they've taken the time. And that's part of what that CRM system is all about. If you don't have one, please connect with us at tappedinmagazine.org. We'll make sure that we get you one, or get you moving in the right direction. I want to just spend just a little few minutes on this as well, because real quickly, anytime you're networking or going to a networking event or trying to master art of communication, you got to know what kind of communicator you are. Why is this important? Because this is how you make an impact. when you go someplace. This is the impact that you make, and it helps you to leverage the strengths that you have. See, again, when we come to networking and it doesn't work, we're not leveraging our strengths because we don't know what kind of communicator we are. Once you find out what kind of communicator you are, it becomes so easy for you to network and start being a magnet attraction. Okay, because now people are going to be attracted to your energy. You're going to be so full that they're going to want to attract to you, right? So real quickly, there's 8 type of communicators. 1 is your relationship builder. These are people who really genuinely trying to make relationships. 2 is you're a social butterfly. Listen, they call me social butterfly because they always say I'm the networking ninja. I love to connect people with other people. You want to think about how social you are. Are you a social butterfly? When you go into events, do people just automatically attract you because you have that energy when you walk into the room? 3rd, are you the expert? These are people that they're just experts in their field. They don't even like to network, but they like to share what they have. So then they can be attracted to other people because the more that they share their information, then now they can find out if they're a need or resource for someone else. This 4th one is FOMO. These are people who I feel fear of missing out. These are people that is going to be at every networking event that there is. Now, if I'm a social butterfly, I want to probably be connected with a FOMO, right? Because they're going to give me what's the latest, what's the scoop. They're going to have all the information, so I would never want to miss out. Then 5th, you have the buffet eaters. These are people that just go to networking events only for the food or for the cocktail hour. They're not doing anything else. Matter of fact, they're always at the end of the buffet line or they're sitting at the bar. And the reason why is because if they're at the end of the buffet line, they don't need to go to the front because all the information is going to trickle to the back, right? You're going to know everything because people are going to be talking as they're getting their food or, talking to, such and such in the room. It always happens. Trust me, try it the next time you go to a networking event. And if you're just sitting at the bar, guess what? All conversation is around the cocktail hour, right? Then you have your 6th one is a collaborator. These are people who are really, truly looking to collaborate. Listen, we can't do this business by ourselves. We have to have collaborators. So they're looking for some major collaborators, some people that are in the same field and niche as they are. Then we have the digital networkers. Now, if you're a digital networker, this is a person that only is going to connect with you on a digital platform, nothing else. They're not going to spend time talking to you at a networking event. They're going to say, listen, you hit me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I chat with you there. The last one we have is our innovators. These are always future forward thinking people. They are looking for what's new. And this is kind of a skill because they really, you have to be really able to identify like new opportunities that are emerging into the market and how you can put your business inside of that. But listen, if you can identify the type of communicator that you are and hone in on those skills, I mean, it's going to make such a major impact for you when you go to networking events. If you're out and about just networking, these skills, these communicators, they're not just for networking. They're how do you communicate on an overall. But once you master the art of these and create it, you're going to start seeing lasting and meaningful connections and building relationships. Remember, a lot of times, people say, I don't want to network. I don't like networking. If you master the art of communication and you use some of these networking strategy skills, you won't have to, because now you'll have people networking on your behalf. You'll be in the rooms when you're not even supposed to be in the room, or you don't even know you're in the room because people are talking. The next thing is we want to talk real quick about LinkedIn. That's our 4th thing is how do we incorporate LinkedIn? We know LinkedIn has over 810 million users. And did I mention it was free? It is a free platform, okay? Just like the other platforms. But listen, when it comes to LinkedIn, you want to make the biggest impact that you can because you have, again, more information. Now, Tapped In Magazine do a LinkedIn bootcamp, and we'll be able to put that information in the chat later. But if you want to join our LinkedIn bootcamp and you want to master this communication and grow your base authentically, then you want to join our LinkedIn bootcamp. But it talks about a little different things. And the very first thing is your profile. Your profile, again, is like that first impression. If someone goes to your profile and you don't have a good profile picture, you don't have a headline, your media is not out there, then people are going to think that you are not taking the time or being serious about communicating with them, right? That is one of the things that is overlooked because we're so busy on the other social media platforms that we don't really pay attention to the importance of what LinkedIn can do. See, LinkedIn, it is still known for getting jobs in the in the organizations and corporate field, it is still known for that. But if you now look at how the algorithms in LinkedIn work, it's differently, because now it can be used for entrepreneurs, business owners, speakers, coaches, authors. Because if you look at your LinkedIn profile, they are now changing the platform to what's important. Okay, what's important, and they're shifting it around. They're moving it because they're listening to the consumers that are on the platform. You could grow your LinkedIn authentically without having to pay for a lot of the platforms. And that's what we show you how to do in the LinkedIn Bootcamp with the Tap 10 magazine. As a matter of fact, that's one of our features, that being a part of our program, or being featured in our cover and being a part of Tap 10 magazine. One of the things is we help you with your marketing plan. When you get on this feature cover, what do we do next? Well, we're going to show you how to do that. And we also show you with LinkedIn and how to keep that communication going. But we do a LinkedIn review for you. So make sure your profile is speaking the same thing that you're saying. But anyway, make sure that you have a professional picture. Don't have any fuzzy, florid things in the back. Make sure that your headline matches exactly what you're doing. Make sure that your multimedia, that section is so important, because, again, remember I talked earlier that they said a lot of stuff happens visually, and they do videos. There's a place where you could put your videos, or if you have something coming up, use that to be that pin and attract all your people. Make sure that your summary really speaks to who you are. There's not a lot of room in that summary, but talk about who you are, your passion for what you do. Your experience can be some of the ROIs that you've done for other people. Show what you've done. Show how you've changed somebody's business or something. That part is not just, it's not a resume. Okay, let's be clear that when you think about your LinkedIn profile, it's not a resume. It is how the person you want to be able to know who you are, to connect with you. They want to know about you, and that's what that LinkedIn profile does. Make sure that you're listing your skills, and make sure that you're getting some endorsements on your skills. And make sure that you put in all your education in there. Again, we should always be trying to do some personal development for us in our business. Hands down, we should always be doing that. So make sure that you also list that in there as well. Make sure that you're leveraging the impact of what your LinkedIn profile can really do. I mean, your certifications, put all your certifications in there. If you need more certifications, again, join our LinkedIn Bootcamp and we'll show you how to get some more certifications. Recommendations, ask someone to give you a recommendation and put that in the spot, because they want to know who else has done business with you. What do people say about you? Let's make sure that we put it in there. We can even show you how to take some of your comments that people have said some amazing things about you and turn that into a recommendation. Make sure that you're using all media platforms. If you're a part of Tap In magazine and you've been on the feature cover, throw it in there. If you've been on any press release that Tap In magazine has put you in, make sure that you're putting that there. News Weekly, CBS, I mean, you want all that in there. And make sure that you're engaging with your network. When I say engage with your network, make sure that you are doing a post on the people that you're trying to connect with. And again, we can show you how to do that in our LinkedIn Bootcamp. But really, when you master the art of communication on LinkedIn, you're making a significant impact. It goes way, way, way beyond your profile. The profile is just the beginning. It's where the conversation starts, is in your profile. And we want to make sure that they have enough that they can go on, that they can keep that conversation going, that you can keep the conversation going. But it's really about sharing your story and your activities. You want to engage with your network. And a lot of times people don't engage with their network. When people take time to put a review or a comment, no matter what it is, if it's Facebook, Instagram, no matter where it is, if someone takes the time to put a comment on your social media, take the time to comment back. Now, there's so many different tools out there that you could easily do a response, but the one that feels heartfelt for you is the one that you took the time to actually look at their information, read through it, and make an honest or authentic conversation or comment. A lot of times, the AI tools are out there, and yes, you can put some of those components onto your platforms and it can answer you, but when you actually take the time to be heartfelt, it means so much more. It goes such a long way when it comes to making a comment. Now, really quickly, I want to talk about, which is our last thing, is how do you master the digital space with mastering the art of communication? Well, we do that through media publications. This, again, is something that is so left out. But it used to be communication only really exists. And this is why we master the art of communication. It used to be, just word of mouth. That's what, the best way, what was to say, word of mouth, which is still the best way. by the way, of communication. But now there's so much with this digital age, we have so much more that we can, get our message out. But we have to think about, how do we master it through media publication? Tapped In Magazine offers our company offers a dynamic platform to help you share your story and your expertise and your vision to the world. We are a global publication, so we help you elevate your communication to reach and resonate with audience on a global scale. See, what happens is when you master the art of communication, you have to feel, how many times are you being seen? That's one of the things that Tapped In Magazine does. How often are you being seen? Listen, statistically, it says you need to be in a publication 12 to 13 times a year. It may seem like a lot, but it's not really even enough, okay? Because you want to make sure that when you're even doing that, creating your plan, that you have a market plan. How do I reach a broader audience? How do I go out beyond my comfort zone in the group that I'm in? You have to think bigger and broader. And that's what Tapped In Magazine helps you do. See, the ongoing communication helps you, because just think, each of us as entrepreneurs should be doing something every month in our business. Hands down, you should be doing something every month. You should have a new product, new service, or something that you are introducing, because you want to stay fresh. You want to stay relevant. You want to stay in front and top of mind. Once we do our plan, we should have a 12-month plan of every marketing aspect of our business, and what audience, our audience we're going to reach, how we're going to reach them. We should have all of that broke down. You should have your media already with Tapped In Magazine already set. You should have your Facebook ads, whatever stuff you have should already be in place, because you have to be visible. See, entrepreneurs don't really understand the visibility. Visibility is mastering the art of communication. You have to stay visible. You have to stay in front of your audience. See, listen, when you do visibility and exposure on a massive scale, you are bringing value to your product and services, because you can now show your audience how valuable you are, because you've been more engaged. The more people see you out there on publications like Tapped In Magazine, they're going to want to do business with you, because now they know that you're on a global scale. You're being in publications every month is showing that, hey, I got something going on. Something's happening here. I want to be next to that person who's doing stuff. And you're in different themes and titles. We just finished a major production in London. Now, you want to get your business in London, you want to be a part of Tapped In Magazine. But more importantly, you want to be able to tell your story. Why do people want to do business with you? Remember, your story is not for you. When you started your product or services or your business, you did it because there was a need. And you want to make sure that you are reaching the masses. So when you think about that, that's what it happens when you come to doing media and publication. But how do we really drive communication through media? How do we really drive it and master the art of communication? Well, one, again, you're reaching and your impact. That's huge. Media expands your reach. It allows you to communicate your ideas on such a larger scale. Two, you're building that know, like, and trust. People got to know, like, and trust. You remember that saying that people have to, you have to go, 7 or 8 times before people do business with you? Again, visibility helps you do that, because the more they see you, that's building that know, like, and trust factor with you. You're putting your position, your business, or your brand in a position of authority and credibility. Engagement, you are actually engaging with your audience, because now people see that you're doing something different every month. And you have a platform or media to make sure that that is being pushed out. And again, we all want to be on a global scale. It's nothing like having your business on a global scale. People say, you want to do business? I want to do business with a global recognized company. These are things that helps you to master the art of communication. A lot of times we don't think about that, but that is what it is. You have to be visible. We have so many amazing things that are coming up. We have, again, our conference is going to be coming up in May. Please check that out. This is an amazing way. It's called Network Visibility Conference. We're going to be giving you all kinds of networking resources. And we're going to have, visibility there for you as well. You're going to be on television. You're going to be a part of the Black Business Network, which Tapped In Magazine is a part of the Black Business Network. You're going to be able to, understand how to, get your Facebook ads out, your Instagrams out. I mean, you're going to be able to know all the latest trends in technology. We're going to be able to have photo shoots, and you're going to be able to get amazing photos. Again, that's another major part of visibility and making sure that you're mastering the art of communication. We are our brand, right? So we have to make sure that we are there looking sharp and beautiful as ever. We don't want to make sure that our brand speaks to who we are and what we do. We're also going to be able to have where you'll be able to go into the mini podcast room, and you'll be able to, get on different podcasts at that particular time. So it's going to be so much stuff. I don't want to give it all, but it's going to be so much stuff that's going to take place at our conference that is going to be amazing. And it's going to help you elevate your business to a whole nother level. Now, we have some amazing things that's coming up too. We know the Black History Month is coming up. So you definitely want to be a part of Tapped In Magazine for our Black History Month, right? This is so important because you know what? We are leaving a legacy for us to be able to take our business to the next level. Now, when I think about Black History Month, we are leaving our footprints. Okay, we are leaving it for the next generation, and we want to make sure that you have a footprint. Anytime that you're putting stuff in writing, we know that it is a footprint. We know a lot of times that social media, it can come and go, but you can never get another footprint. That's why it's important to be in front of Tapped In Magazine. You want to make sure that your footprint is there. You want to make sure that you have a lasting impact, that, your kids and their kids can be like, oh my God, my mom was in this magazine. I mean, just think back when you look at a lot of major magazines that started, Ebony, Jet, and all those. And if you go back, they still have trending history of people who were part of their publication. And now where they are today, we look at the elevation and growth of where we're going and the future forward thinking that we're doing. And these publications and Tapped In Magazine can definitely help you with that. Now, we just released our book that was called Networking Made Easy, which is 10 Things Before 10. You definitely want to make sure that you grab that book. The reason why we started this book is when we started our networking many years ago, we wanted to make sure that we were doing some income producing activities. Now, I know that's hard nowadays because we have the handy dandy internet, but we can use the digital space and world to still make sure that we're doing 10 things before 10. And we can make sure that we're networking, have 3 networking events before 10 a.m. When I talked about meeting 5 new people, I mean, our book, which is Networking Made Easy, 10 Things Before 10, will show you exactly those platforms that you could go to be able to start now networking in the morning. Drink your morning coffee, do some virtual networking. Virtual networking is amazing. And we show you within our book how to do that, that actual way in order to be able to start doing some income producing activities. So you want to make sure that you go get that book. You can get it through our website, which is tapin, TAPIN magazine.org. Or you can always jump over to Amazon and grab that book.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Price. I am looking now, going to go find me a pocket joke to carry around with me. I appreciate that. Yes, that stayed with me. Now, do you want to quickly give your information again or how they can contact you?
Yes, please make sure that you guys go to tapin, TAPIN magazine.org. We are looking for some amazing entrepreneurs to be featured on our February issue, our Black History issue month. So look, go over and join us and also be a part of our LinkedIn bootcamp. You can also get that on tappedin, TAPIN magazine.org.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglass Lab. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style, and it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, you know, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, you know, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at them. You know, I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. You know, I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. You know, people asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
I was born and raised in southeastern West Virginia, the coal fields. My father was an AME minister. For me, I was very fortunate. Even though I grew up in the segregated South, I was surrounded by flourishing black businesses, doctors, lawyers, bankers, dentists. They were all there and they were all successful. And I guess that's part of my dream, is to see that success come back. My name is Joseph Simmons, and I am the founder of the Center for Micro-Entrepreneurial Training. We have this moment in time where we can change the trajectory of people. And our focus is on women, black and brown entrepreneurs, and their access to capital, their ability to build thriving businesses, the ability to employ people. There's a study that showed that in those three communities, especially black and brown communities, $1 stays in those communities for 30 minutes. In white community, $1 stays in their communities for 8 hours. So think about it. For you in a black or brown community to get gas, to get food, to go to a restaurant, you've got to leave your community. Take those dollars out of that community and take it to another community that's already being well served. So if we can reverse that, if we can go from 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, that's progress. That's what we need to do. I was with SCORE, and then in May of 2020, of course, the events happened in regards to the murder of George Floyd. The other thing that I was experiencing was the denials of federal funds for small businesses. And it revolved around one thing. These businesses were not being prepared for grants and for government programs. And I came up with the idea for the Center for Micro-Entrepreneurial based off those two things. Morgan Stanley had a report out in 2020, first quarter, and they talked about there were 3 groups that were massively devastated by COVID-19 on their business. That was 1, women, number 2, Black, and number 3, brown entrepreneurs. The research showed that they had less cash on hand, they had less opportunity to go into a bank and get money, and they were very dependent on family and friends to keep their business up and running. If we can focus on those 3 groups, then we can have a dramatic impact on our communities. Really, the focus is on 3 areas. And those 3 areas are 1, the people, number 2, the courses, and number 3, a support network. Here at CMAT, we will provide you with the fundamentals for generational success. And you will be creating a vibrant community by attending our 5-day immersive training course.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5 Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is coming.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Ravana Amos. I'm your business moderator for this session of the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing business knowledge to empower inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. Today, our keynote speaker is Mr. Chris Williams. Chris Williams, originating from Miami, Florida, and now residing in Durham, North Carolina, is a talented business owner and artist with genuine passion for human rights. He is especially dedicated to advocating for the rights of Black women. Chris embraces his identity as a feminist at heart, and his work reflects his commitment to empowering and social justice. Through his art and entrepreneur endeavors, he strives to inspire positive change and uplift marginalized voices. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you for the introduction.
You're quite welcome. We are so pleased to have you. We are going to jump right in here. Let's talk about your branding. So how would you describe your brand's identity, and how do you ensure it resonates with your targeted audience of Black women?
So I would say that my brand identity, right, is all Black women, right? I just feel like Black women have been targeted so much throughout the history of our country. And here, especially, just like the sexualization of Black women, we don't really have a lot of positive role models that are out in front like they should be. So I just really just focus on showing Black women in a positive way, 24 hours a day. That's the love us side of the brand. I also have a beware side of the brand that talks more from a personal experience of some of the things that we do to one another as humans. Right? Sometimes we talk about each other behind our back or whatever, right? So I really focus on getting those messages out there so we can give one another and just bring awareness to certain situations.
That's good. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, what inspired you to create a clothesline, especially targeting Black women? And how does that influence your brand's value?
So it really started with Sandra Bland when she was arrested and killed by the police. Well, died in custody, right? So that just really like showed me like, man, Black women have it bad in our communities. The brothers treat them bad. The media treats them bad. So I just wanted to show positivity. And so that's how I started building it, right? And from there, I just been going. Like I didn't do anything with it until maybe like 2 years ago, but the ideas were planted when I saw the media's response to her being arrested and everything like that. It just was trashing them. So it's like, no, I got to do something about it. So I came up with Love Us, and that's how we started, right? And it really sticks to the core identity, like the texture of your hair. I have that texture on the shirts and everything like that, so that we can sort of reclaim that. Because at one point in our history in this country, that was considered nappy, right? And they talk bad about it. So I just really wanted to reclaim it. A lot of sisters going natural now. So I really want to speak to that, right? And just keep it as a positive image.
Okay. So I see you're incorporating the cultural elements into your brand's image and messaging. So how do you stay authentic to your roots while evolving your brand to stay relevant?
I work with a lot of women, right? And I pick up on a lot of things that women talk about. We have a lot of open dialogue. My best friends are women. My mom in my life. I have a lot of aunties that raised me, brothers and sisters, right? So that helps me stay grounded and just being aware, reading and staying involved with the day, what's going on in that day, the times, that helps me stay grounded. And of course I date Black women. I don't, stick to the script. Okay.
So, in what ways do you think representation and diversity in branding impacts your success of your business?
A lot. Honestly, I was just doing the afros, and then I get a lot of sisters with locks that were complaining that I was only showing the afros on the clothes and everything. So definitely had to do that. So that's part of the inclusion. And I do have a couple more things coming out too, to try to incorporate a lot of the different hairstyles that we do have going on. And
you want to give us a sample of that? What's coming up?
Huh?
Yeah, you want to give us a sample of what's coming up?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. Okay. I just sent that email off too a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So what platforms or mediums have you found most effective for your advertising your clothesline?
Truthfully, I think face-to-face, getting out there has been actually the best for me. I am on social media, right? But I think people can't feel my passion if we're not face to face, right?
Okay.
They don't feel the texture of it. They don't, it's like, there's only so much you can get from the internet and from TV and radio. But when you're having that one-on-one dialogue and you meet
Right.
the person behind it, then you really get it. And then at that point, they're not only buying an item, they're buying into you. They're buying into the message. They're supporting you. So that's what's worked the best for me, hands down.
Okay. Now, when you have to use outside platforms, how do you ensure that your advertising speak directly to the values and the needs of the Black women? How do you keep that grounded in there?
Another thing, I employ Black women, so they help me with like sort of like my messaging, with my ads that I'm putting on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. They help me with all of those things. So for me, that helps me because I'm still a man. So no matter how much I try to like empathize, sympathize, I can't completely do it because I don't have your eyes. I don't see the world through your lens. So that really helps me out a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Can you share a time when an advertising campaign really resonated with your audience?
I actually did something with Marge McClendon, the one that set me up with this. She did like a women's conference, I think it was last year, and me getting up speaking in front of the women and being recorded and then incorporating that message into the ad, that really helped me out a lot because it showed how genuine I was and how serious I am about knocking on these doors, getting in front of people, getting this message out.
So what made it so successful? Do you think it was the message itself or the genuineness in your speech or the clothes itself or the combination of them?
I want to say the message and the clothes.
Okay.
Because I think like Black Lives Matter started off as a real genuine thing, but now it has such a negative connotation to it. That's some of the media doing that, and uninformed people or whatever. But for me, I just think when people feel what I'm selling and then you hear the message behind it, you see that they work together. You see that they work together. And then you buy into me because he's like, oh, this guy came up with this. This is his brainchild. He's really out here trying to get us out there and advance us.
Right. Now, how do you balance the digital ads with traditional advertising messages and methods to reach your customers?
So all my ads are digital, right? There's really no balance there until I'm out in public. When I do my events, like all my pop-ups, and I try to get into like the Juneteenth things, the Women Empowerment, Essence Festival. This is the first year I didn't apply for Essence Festival. I still haven't been able to get in, but I'm trying. Right? I'm trying to get in.
Continue.
I am, because I know if I can get into Essence, I'll reach the right people, and then it'll go from there. I'm also trying to work with a couple women-owned businesses to create like a collaboration there and some of these nonprofits. So I'm sort of tapped in with one nonprofit right now. I don't want to call it out yet because it's not completely solidified. But no matter further, get the message out. I'm trying to influence the younger generation.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what role do influencers and brand ambassadors play in your advertising strategy?
You know, I want to say, unfortunately, influencers play a big role but that's just the day and age we live in, right? So I have to get with them. They do play a big part because they have like micro followings and things like that, and they really buy into the image of the influencer. So that definitely plays a huge part in it. You know what I mean? More than just me.
Right, absolutely. So how do you choose? How do you choose the right people to represent your brand?
So one thing that I look at is what are they about? Like like some of the things that they've said in the past on social media, because I don't want to align with somebody that's on something else, right?
Right.
So I just make sure that their history adds up with what I'm trying to get out there. And once that sort of aligns, we're good to go. You know what I mean? Now some of their pricing, now that's different. Because they will try to charge you $1,000 for 1 minute.
Right.
So be wary. If you listen and be wary of those fake influencers out there.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good. That's very good to know. Now, on public relations, how important is storytelling in your PR efforts?
It's the most important thing. The most important thing. It's just like the reason why you say The Color Purple is a great movie is because of the story. It's really not because of the actors, because it was a book before it was a movie.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? So it is the story. The story is the most important thing. They have to buy that story. If you have no story, you have no story, you have nothing.
Yes. And what is your story? What is the story that you aim to tell about your brand?
The story I aim to tell about my brand is that all Black women are beautiful. They're
Thank
strong.
you for
They're
that.
soft. You know what I mean? And like, you can be all of those things.
Yes.
You don't have to be what they say you are. You don't have to be that. You can be whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time that, like, brothers, especially brothers, recognize it, because we do more tearing down Black women than anybody else. Anybody else. And that's sad, because you get it from everybody. You got to deal with everything that we deal with, and you got to deal with more. You got to get paid less. You got to deal with the baby because he ran off. You know, like, it's too much. It's just too much. And then we don't even see that. And that's sad to me. That's so sad. God.
Well, I appreciate you, my brother. As a Black woman, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for spreading that message and standing up and supporting us. I really do.
Definitely.
Now, have you collaborated with any community organizations or events that align with your brand's mission?
I have. I've collaborated with, like, the young Black entrepreneurs here in Durham. They're from Durham to Atlanta. The owner, Kayla, she's perfect. I mean, she really is perfect. Like, she really teaches me a lot. She grinds. I've collaborated with Cisco. They had like a Black entrepreneur thing also, like a Black Business Expo. Is similar to this, but in person. They had one of those. It's been quite a few actually now that's been reaching out to me, and you know, it's going well. Like, I don't turn anything down. I found out about this. I found out about it 20 minutes ago, and I'd have been like, I'm down. I'll put everything on pause at work, because the word is really important.
Right. Now, how did these partnerships enhance your PR efforts?
Man, they've worked wonders. Truthfully, they've truthfully worked wonders. I think that I have touched some of the younger generation by just showing them, right? Like, I know I'm older. I try to present younger when I'm talking to the younger guys, because I feel like they listen to younger people more, right? They don't want to just an old dude up on the stage or whatever. So I try to get on their level and talk to them, get hand to hand with them, and show them what it's about, and sort of use examples that they understand in their life to advance this message and advance kindness towards one another and community towards one another. So it's definitely helped me out a lot. Like, it's one of the most important things that I've done. So I think that answered that question.
Okay. Now, I know that people are not always happy or fond of the idea when you present a spotlight on areas that need to be worked on. And that's what you do, areas of development that needs to be worked on within us. And so when you shine that spotlight on them, how do you handle the negative publicity or criticism that comes back?
I would say that usually doesn't come from us, from our people, that it usually comes from outside of our community.
Really?
And I actually love that, because it just shows that there's a lack of education there. I take that moment to educate. Anytime I've come against something, some has come from our environment, from our communities, but I still take those times to educate. I think that a lot of times where negative perceptions come about is because there's a lack of education or just a lack of awareness. Right? If I don't know what you're going through, I might be looking like, why are you doing that? That's so crazy. But I don't even know. We're not having this conversation to explain what's going on in your life. So we can't help each other out if we don't even understand one another. All right. So that's what I do.
I understand. Now, what role does the media coverage, like the blogger, the fashion magazine, and podcast, play in your PR strategy?
That's like reaching further for me, right? It just builds upon what you've already done. So if you're already out there and you're hitting the ground and you knocking on doors and you got boots to the ground, those bloggers that you run into accidentally at the grocery store or whatever like that, because I recognize people from social media platforms and I speak to them. So those little interactions right there, they might write a little blurb about you. It might be real small, 2 sentences, but that might reach one person in California, right? And that person in California might buy something like it and then travel overseas with it. And then next thing you know, you got this whole global thing going on. So every little small interaction you have, you got to make it count. And that's what I do.
So what steps do you take to maintain a strong and positive public image for your business?
I think that I post frequently, like in my stories. In the month of the last part of December and January, I usually don't do anything. I take that time off because you spend so much energy throughout the year. Throughout the year, I'm doing something like 2-3 times a week and working my full-time job, right? So I just really try to stay relevant by posting and having conversations. And if I'm not posting, I'm commenting on somebody else's post or whatever like that. And I'm trying to get the word out, staying connected with people all throughout the community and traveling up and down this 95 corridor, up to Philly, up to New York, trying to get the word out. So.
Right. Well, it sounds like you're definitely taking all the right steps. I know I would be surprised you're a household name in a very short time.
I pray to be.
I pray for it with you. Now, in merchandising, how do you decide on the seasonal collections and the products you offer to ensure they reflect your audience tastes and needs?
Girl, I go by our skin tones.
Okay.
So I just look at like, that's gonna look nice on this color skin. And I just go like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of things pop on our skin. So like in the fall, I did like a harvest orange. I did like a softer green, not a sage though, but I did a softer green. And this upcoming spring, like I said, I'm still working on some stuff, but I'm trying to do like some more reds. It's like a deeper red. And for the guys, I know guys don't usually do like all of these colors. They usually do black, gray, cream, and
they're
white.
doing them now though.
They're trying to do a little bit more.
Yeah, yes.
So, but I will
you
tell you,
represent today. I see that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll tell you, my staple items, right? I have in three colors. It's like a caramel, it's a dark brown, and it's a cream. Because I think those colors complement our skins and there are skin tones, right? Of course, I couldn't put every shade of us, but I tried to just cover a wide range of us. It's important to keep that. My dad was caramel, my mom was dark skin, so I definitely had to put those in there to pay homage.
Yes. So how do you decide on the seasonal collection and the products you offer?
So every design that I come up with, every design that I have, I came up with like by myself. I don't have anybody else designing. So sometimes it takes me longer because I really go with my spirit. I just really just follow how I feel artistically. So for me, like obviously the seasonal, like this winter, I have some long sleeve items, but I still prefer the short sleeve for everybody because you can layer it up and you can layer it off and you had a year-round shirt. So I try to push stuff like that. But other than that, man, I just follow my heart. Honestly, I come up with new designs like almost every week because I see it everywhere. And if something big happens in the news, I usually take that and I read and I just keep reading and I read more things and I get more ideas. So that's how it goes for me.
Okay, well, thank you for that. So how do you determine the right balance between exclusivity and accessibility in your product line?
So I don't do any exclusivity. Everything is accessibility. Like I would love for every sister to have this shirt, have some of my products or whatever, whether it's patches, shirts, anything, right? Because I want them to all be representing, like I want everybody to know what it feels like. Like I want you to know, like this is an image of you. This ain't no booty. It ain't no breast. It ain't no, you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. There ain't no sexuality in it. It's straight excellence. This is you. We got to push that message out there. I just want you to think about this. There's no Nina Simone's. We don't have that. We don't have that right now. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but we don't have that positive imaging out there the way that we need to have it. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
We don't have that anymore. And when I look around and I see the younger generations, I'm 41. And when I look at the 25-year-olds, who are they looking up to? Who are they looking up to right now? Like truthfully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't even want to start on brothers because the way they didn't come together for this last election is heartbreaking. Okay.
Yeah, there's no need to even go there. No need to even go there. But I hear what you're saying. And I tell you what, I will take this opportunity to thank God for the Black Business Network. You know, without this network here and this platform, we wouldn't know that there are men out there of excellence like yourself.
I appreciate that.
You know, and all the business owners. So yeah, they are out there, and this network will let people know that there are Black people out there, and we are doing great and wonderful things. And I thank you, and I thank the Black Business Network as well.
Yes, me
now
too.
I'm going to jump into this next question. What strategies do you use to ensure that your clothing designs reflect both the fashion forward trends, and timeless appeal?
So I think that's a real delicate balance because like when some of my pieces, they're going to appeal to older people only, like the older generation. I mean, like 50 and up, right? 70s and 60s, all of that, right? And then the other ones have to appeal to a younger generation so I can bring them into the messaging. So what I try to do is just incorporate simple designs and then add a flair of something new. Like, of course, we are all used to like a one-dimensional shirt. So like this shirt that I'm wearing, it's just a regular shirt. This fabric is just flat. So that's why I incorporate like the texture of your hair, like on the afro or the afro puffs or the dreads or whatever like that. So that gives it like a newer feeling. You get what I'm saying? So it's still simple, but it's also new. So that sort of like attracts them all. I try to make them look like I have one that you can tell is like a mature woman, right? It's just the silhouette of her face and she has the afro. And you can just tell like that's a mature woman. And then I have one with the girl with the shades that look a little sassy and with afro puffs. You can tell like, okay, that sister right there, she got some confidence and she with whatever. So that's how I try to do it right there.
Yeah. So how do you approach inventory management and pricing to make sure your clothesline remains both desirable and affordable?
So let me tell you something. Inventory management is difficult.
Very important.
That's so difficult too. Like, and I'm a person that can't go to sleep if I think that I missed a count. So like I count every week, even though I have it on Shopify on my website, I have it there. And that links to like when I'm in person and I make a sale, it'll deduct it from that Shopify website so that I don't sell it online and in person at the same time. So that manages my inventory for me. It's better than the other platforms that I use. I forgot the other one that I use, like Zelle has one and like Cash App has another, like a type of platform. And the Shopify one is unmatched because everything else you have to pay for that management. With Shopify, you get it automatically. Right? You just have to pay for your little system, right? And so that works for me. Now, when it comes to like when I do my shows, like, what do I take? What do I take with me? I always ask the person like, well, how many people do you expect? And then I usually take my sizes based on that. Most people, they gonna fall somewhere within that medium to extra large. I'll take like 2 smalls or whatever like that. And then I go from there. Now, the second part of that question, what was the second part of that question?
How do you?
Well, how do I make it affordable? So
affordable and desirable. But we know they're desirable.
So I say it's desirable based on my designs, straight up and the messaging. Now, making it affordable, I think my typical shirts run in between like $30 to $45. When I tell people $45, the first thing they do is, oh gosh, that's it. And I know that's why I put that shirt in their hand before I tell them, because it's not a regular shirt. I mean, if you put a pair of jet black jeans in a dryer, it's gonna fade on you. If you put my dark chocolate shirt in a dryer, it don't fade. It's not fading at all. I made sure that was the most important thing I talked about to my manufacturer. Because I know if I'm going to a area in the city that doesn't like a socioeconomic, they're challenged there, I go to that type of area, I know that $45 is a stretch on a shirt of a brand that they never heard before, right? Because they're about polo. So if I go and I sell them mine, I'm like, listen, once you put this in a dryer, this not gonna shrink, it's not doing none of that. And I'm starting to take a sample of a dry shirt so that they see that this is valuable, this is gonna be here. And my shirts are the nice, truthfully, I have a lot of brands in my closet, but these shirts are the nicest shirts that I have, truthfully, because I care about the quality, because this is representing y'all. So I can't slouch like that. You know what I mean? That's important to me.
Now, does the venue affect the price at all, depending on where you?
No, so I do have specials. Like let's say so I've run this one particular design 4 times already. So the first one that I did wasn't as good as this last one I did. This last one I did, it is by far like the best quality. So I might run a special on that just in case somebody really does want it. And truthfully, sometimes like I'm so big about this message and just the show of positivity towards Black women that when I see someone really want it, like if they circle back 3 times and I can see they're struggling within their budget, I'm gonna work with you because this message is way more important to me. So, and that's what I do. And then at that point, when I do work with them, because you can't go into Macy's and they work with you, or you got to catch a sale. So when I work with them, I'm giving them a piece of me, but they're giving me a piece of their loyalty too. I see them on my social media platforms, liking my stuff, reposting, tagging me. So that builds the community. We have to support one another and help one another out until we're all able to get where we want to go. So that's how I see it. Like, you know, what's me giving you a discount going to really do to me in the long run? It's just going to hurt my profit margin, but you might bring me more business. You might. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the potential gain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. So how do you use your customer feedback to influence your future designs and product offerings?
I ask a lot of questions. If they come in, they like it. A lot of people just willingly tell me, like, I would like this in this color. I would like you to do it. And I really take all of that down. And I incorporate a lot of those ideas into my designs. If I don't listen to you, I might not sell to you. And I might not get this message out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really have to I'm open-minded so much so that I'm literally like asking people, send me a message. Let me know what you think when you get home. You put on, send me a couple pictures. Tell me what you think. And that's why I'm moving to some of the darker colors too, because that's the feedback that I've been getting.
Okay. So before we go, please tell us again how we can contact you. Tell us about your site, how we can go visit your clothes.
So I'll tell you, I'm at loveusbrand.com.
Say it slow for me. Say it again. Let me hear it.
LOVEUS.
There you go. Let's go.
BRAND. Loveusbrand.com.
Love Us Brand. Yes.
Right. Love Us, like Love Us Brand.
Ladies, go out there and look. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram also. I'm on Facebook also. I'm really active on Instagram. And all my contact information is up there. I'll be at June, if you're in the North Carolina area, Juneteenth. I know I'm at the YMCA in South Raleigh for their Juneteenth event. I'll be up in Philly. I'm doing a couple women's conferences, and I'll be at Women's Empowerment here in Raleigh also.
Okay.
You never know where I might be. And if you have suggestions for me to go somewhere, please send them to me. I'm open.
Okay. I will do that. Now, the places that you're going, for those who are in the location where you are, can you tell us exactly where it's going to be?
So Southeast Raleigh, the YMCA off of Rock Quarry Road, I believe, every Juneteenth, that Saturday before Juneteenth, they have a huge Juneteenth festival. It's free for the family. They have bounce houses. They'll give you free food, everything. They have food trucks out there. It's a wonderful family event. Every year I've done it. It's been great. It's been a great turnout. So they always have that. They have the African Americans Arts Festival. I think that's in September here. They shut down downtown Raleigh and they do this big celebration of Blackness. Also, on the 22nd of February, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina at the African American Museum.
Okay, fantastic. You have your schedule booked out to April?
I have some days booked up till past April, actually, but I'm always open. If someone knows anything, please send it to me. The quickest way to get me is on Instagram, and because I'll respond right away.
Okay, fantastic. For our last few minutes, Chris, can you just tell us in your own words, what do you want people to know about Chris Williams and his beautiful, beautiful merchandise that he has?
I think the most important thing I want you to know, it's not even about my merchandise. It's about me. When I was young, I was misled. I broke a lot of hearts. I tore down women, right? And it's only through education my mama praying, my daddy praying,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And just life experiences that taught me like, yo, I don't need to be out here hurting people. I need to be out here building people up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's legit my goal. I talk to my sons about that. Like, listen, you don't like that young lady, don't get in a relationship with her. Don't lay in that bed with that woman, because it's so destructive. It's more destructive than I even know, right? I came across a young lady that I dated like in 2008 and 2009. That young lady has not been in a relationship since me.
Wow.
And that hurt me so much. Like I'm still in contact with her to this day. I talk to her now and everything like that. I apologize. I went back, apologized to so many people.
Yes.
We did. That's what's pushed out there for us, right?
Yeah.
Going all the way back to like the Shaft movies, Superfly movies, blaxploitation, going all the way back. That's what's been pushed on us. That to be playboys, to be players, you know what I mean? That's what's been glamorized in the media and music and everything. So a lot of us is just so misled in that way that we don't understand the importance of our actions in these relationships. And so how that wraps around to my clothes, that's one of the main reasons why I take this so serious. Because one day I might not ever have a daughter, but if I do have a daughter, I don't want her to be hurt. I don't want your daughter to be hurt. I don't want a generation of bitter women because the men did all the stuff they did. And now we can't come together and forgive and love and build family. Like, I don't want that. I want that to continue happening. And that's what happens. So,
well, I thank you. I thank you so much. And I commend the man that you are. I thank you for sharing with us. And we see your healing and your growth, internal growth and internal healing. And it's reflecting, and we get the benefit from it. So we thank you so much. And thank you for being with us today. Look forward to speaking with you again in the future.
All right. Thank you for having me. And Sammy, it was nice to speak to you.
You too.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too. You too.
All right.
Continue
Bye-bye.
to do what you're doing. The Black Business Network, the Black Business Expo mission is to raise funds for seniors going to college through K or entrepreneurship. The Black Business Network, Expo USA.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that's on your screen below and say, Cash App BBXUSA.OUR. Goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online with bbb.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for September 24, as NC 100, Suede Soul, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Developmental Council, Step Management, Margie McLean Foundation, Genius is Common, Exclusive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Forces Studio, Lee Entertainment, Black Business Olympia, Artistic App Designs, the Banks Law Firm, and the Black Business Expo. Remember, Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak in English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. We stand for those who defy suppression, who speak out, and those who walk the road less traveled. Everyone deserves to be seen and their voices to be heard. We're sparking a movement, growing a community of creators united by the desire for freedom, choice, equity, and ownership. At Fanbase, it's all for one and one for all. We support each other to guide, promote, and uplift you in a place where you can unapologetically be yourself. A place where your voice, ideas, and creativity are not just welcomed, but celebrated. We are Black founded, minority funded, and supported by a diverse, inclusive, powerful community that believes in the strength of authenticity and individual choice. Regardless of success or background, we welcome you, the marginalized, the underappreciated, the successful, the superstar. We're for all who seek a space to express themselves freely, where they are rewarded for being their authentic, true self. We transcend labels because only we have the right to define ourselves. We are built for the brave, the culture, the creators, and for the future where everyone has a power to shape their own destiny, where all are empowered, voices are amplified, and freedom is embraced. For the first time, you have a chance to own the platform you helped make popular. It's a revolution, a movement in how we connect, create, and share. Everyone is a creator, and everyone has a fan base. Here, you can be you without limits.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am black business. I am black business. Tell me, are you black business? Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world.
Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. You know, people ask me, why do I do the pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those 4 corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Welcome to Intentionality with Dominique, the show that helps business owners become valued and in-demand suppliers in the marketplace to scale their businesses. Let's start today's show with host and intentional connector, Dominique Simpson-Milton.
My favorite question to ask, but what would you say is the difference between working in your business versus working on your business?
Oh my goodness, it's a mindset for sure. And prior to working with the council and working with you, I don't even know that I placed as much emphasis and importance on it. But now I understand the importance of working on the business, which is that business development, strategic planning, taking that 30,000 foot view, every 6 months and definitely at least once a year to find out what's working well, what's not, pivoting if there's a need to pivot, adding new verticals. Like that's working on the business. Working in the business is the day-to-day operations.
Putting out fires in the day-to-day, responding to emails, that type of thing. And working on the business is setting a strategy based on, what's going on in your various industries. What are the trends, and making sure that you are doing the steps to stay in front of those trends.
As you grow and as you evolve, I'd say there are a couple of things to that. One is, if you are in the weeds every single day, and quite frankly, when you start a business, there's not a lot of, it's hard not to be, right? Because you're probably small when you start. There are probably not enough resources for the things that you have to do. That's normal. But as you grow and as you evolve, you start to understand that if your view is here, then you cannot gain the perspective to see all of the interrelationships and all of the opportunities and all of the strategic maneuvers that you should be doing in order to grow your business in step functions as opposed to incremental.
Well, working in the business is doing everything. You wear all the many hats. Working on the business is finding out what hat you like and then being able to put in processes, systems, people that will help complement your skills.
Chasing the dollars, trying to make sure payroll is done. You have enough work to cover payroll and $2 or $3 in your pocket. The next thing you know, year after year, you're in a rat race. You never been trained to develop your business or to take it to another level.
As long as I can focus on where we are going, because no one else is doing that in the company, except for me. So if I can see, here's where we're going, and I need all 10 of y'all to come with me, then if we all do that together, then the business grows because everyone is focused on the thing they're supposed to be focused on.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of business owners, particularly when you're just getting started, you're wearing multiple hats. I tell people all the time, I was always letter E, all of the above, when we used to fill in those multiple choice tests. And even now I still do a lot, but what is really great is that right now I'm in Richmond. My team back in Raleigh is handling everything. I don't have to pick up the phone. I don't have to check that email because I know that they can take on whatever is being thrown at them.
Take time to slow down in order to speed up.
Invest in CVM SDC developmental programs each year to grow your business. Working in equals maintaining. Working on equals growth. Visit cvmsdc.org for more information on our development programs. Email us at info@cvmsdc.org.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. We stand for those who defy suppression, who speak out, and those who walk the road less traveled. Everyone deserves to be seen and their voices to be heard. We're sparking a movement, growing a community of creators united by the desire for freedom, choice, equity, and ownership. At Fanbase, it's all for one and one for all. We support each other to guide, promote, and uplift you in a place where you can unapologetically be yourself. A place where your voice, ideas, and creativity are not just welcomed, but celebrated. We are Black founded, minority funded, and supported by a diverse, inclusive, powerful community that believes in the strength of authenticity and individual choice. Regardless of success or background, we welcome you. The marginalized, the underappreciated, the successful, the superstar. We're for all who seek a space to express themselves freely, where they are rewarded for being their authentic, true self. We transcend labels because only we have the right to define ourselves. We are built for the brave, the culture, the creators, and for the future where everyone has a power to shape their own destiny. Where all are empowered, voices are amplified, and freedom is embraced. For the first time, you have a chance to own the platform you helped make popular. It's a revolution. A movement in how we connect, create, and share. Everyone is a creator, and everyone has a fan base. Here, you can be you without limits.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
La connexion. La connexion.
In a world obsessed with the cult of celebrity, I challenge you not to aspire to anyone else's greatness, but instead strive to reveal and ignite the greatness within you.
Are you serious?
I totally think that that's it.
Hey. No! Hey! To me, sexy is a man that knows who he is and what he wants. Okay. He's comfortable. You look at him, you see him, he's just comfortable being himself. And you're like,
Baby, be you.
be you, baby.
Just be you. I like it. Introducing the Be You collection, exclusively available at K&G Fashion Superstore.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Ravina Amos. I am your business moderator for this session of the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. Today, we are joined by Chad Smith, founder of Five Lions Marketing and a leading expert in helping solopreneurs and small teams scale with confidence. Through his elite acquisition framework, Chad specializes in creating magnetic messaging and high-converting campaigns that attract, engage, and retain clients with a proven track record of delivering results-driven strategies. Chad is here to share actionable insights to help us level up our marketing game. Welcome, Chad.
What is happening, Ravina? And I hope I didn't destroy your name. It's Ravina Amos. Ravina, yes. the Ravina Amos.
Long time. Yes. Glad to have you. How are you?
Man, listen, it is a pleasure to be back here again. Big thanks to Dr. Kelly, and thank you for hosting it today. And this is always an exciting time.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're going to jump right into it. So tell us, what inspired you to create the 5 Lines Marketing?
Oh, wow. Well, when I was little, there was a cartoon called Voltron, the Defender of the Universe. And it was basically 5 robot lions that combined into one giant robot defender. And in my experience, a lot of us business owners, we run our lions and with no key or continuity. So we need the key. And the key combines all these lions into one streamlined and focused marketing plan and strategy.
Okay. So how has your personal journey shaped the values and vision of this agency, your agency?
Oh, wow. We could be here for an hour just talking about that. I think the main thing that I would say about my personal journey is that coming from a 25-year career in fitness, and I was a coach, a trainer, a gym owner for over 25 years. And I've learned that most business owners, they operate without any kind of compass or a guide. A lot of us would just kind of like wing it, and we hope to learn from falling on our butts as many times as we do. So I've always had coaches. I had a coach when I was in sports. I had a coach when I was in business, and I have coaches and mentors now, even at 50 years old and being an entrepreneur for several decades. And I think it's very important that we always have an outside perspective and objective perspective, and someone who's not emotionally tied to the business to tell us what we need to hear, which may not even be all from what we want to hear.
Okay. Now you talk about the elite acquisition method being a game changer for your client. Can you explain what it is and why it's so effective?
Sure, because it's structure. One of the things that a lot of business owners don't have, as I mentioned earlier, is structure. So when we bring everything and we break it down into as simple as we can. A mentor of mine used to be an engineer, and he told me 3 words that changed my perspective on business. He says, subtract to add. So if we subtract we trim the fat, we start to trim away at the things that we focus on, and we trim it down to basically your business has to do 3 things. It has to attract your ideal client. It has to convert those ideal clients into paying customers or clients, and it has to engage them to keep them in the loop, to keep them in the circle, and to condition them and train them to actually become your best advocates and your best sales team. Okay, and then you talked about contract, convert, and engage. Can you elaborate a little bit more on those for me, please? For those who are, sure.
Yes.
The foundation of everything, though, is knowing who you are as a brand and knowing what your business is as a brand and who your ideal client actually is. So most businesses that I speak with, especially solopreneurs and small teams, they really don't know who they are, and they really don't know or they don't fully understand their ideal client. So most people don't really get past the point of age, gender, and where do you live, right? Age, gender, and where do you live? Like that's their client. But we help our clients delve just a little deeper into that. Like before we talk about your ideal client, we talk about you. What's magnetic about you? What makes you unique, different, and special? And what do you do better than anyone else in your space? And then how can you create an offer out of that will not only attract your ideal client, but make them want to run through a wall to get what you're selling. But to do that, you have to have a firm understanding, a deep understanding, an intimate understanding of your ideal client, and how to speak to them, how to communicate your message to them in a way that, again, makes them want to run through a wall to get to you. That's the attraction phase, and that's the branding and marketing portion. And now we talk about converting. How do we actually convert? How do we lead them to a decision? How do we? You can't make anyone do anything, but you can persuade them. and how do you persuade them to take action? A lot of times, we can create really cool things, but we don't know how to quote unquote close the deal. We don't know how to create a call to action that makes them that makes them understand that you are their best option out of the many options they have. How do you make them? How do you persuade them to say yes to what you're offering? And then engage. Now, this is the part that's most important. This is the part that a lot of people tend to drop the ball on. So once we have them, how do you keep them? How do you keep them paying and referring? How do you get them to clone themselves? So when you get to this point, you get really good at this. A lot of my clients actually find that they can reduce their marketing costs because they are creating a culture within their clientele that makes them want to go campaign for them without paying them a dime.
Okay. So what do you see as the biggest mistakes coaches and consultants make when they're trying to market their services?
I think they launch too soon. I think they start selling before they understand who they are and who their ideal client really is. The old saying is, if you market to everyone, you're not going to sell to anybody. So if you market to everyone, you're not going to sell to anybody. You're not going to have a lasting business. You're not going to become an authority. And I'm saying that from experience.
Right.
Back when I was a gym owner, I just wanted bodies in my gym.
Right.
But when I learned who I did my best work for, I found out that it was women between the ages of 35 to 55 who wanted to get stronger, even if they didn't know it. They want to get stronger. They want to feel better, and they just want to. They want to feel sexier, right? So that was who I. That's who I turned to adjust my advertising to. That's who I changed I changed my language to. I changed my colors. I changed my grammar. I changed what kind of videos I made. I changed everything that spoke to them. And next thing you know, we triple our business, within a year's time because we got specific on who our ideal client really was.
Okay. So in that process of converting, you have to understand, if I hear correct, you have to understand and first establish who your target audience is. And that's going to make the process of paying and referring easier if you understand your target audience. Is that what
yeah, 100%. You can hit your target with a shotgun, but you'll hit it more accurately with a sniper rifle. So if you have a firm understanding, you might hit your target audience with a shotgun, but you're definitely going to hit them with a sniper rifle because you're aiming right for them. And I hate to use violent analogies, but
it's accurate. I can understand that. Well, I'm a veteran too, so.
Okay.
So
you get it.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you help your clients avoid making those mistakes of just shooting in the dark and winging it?
Well, one of the first things that we do is we just go through our ideal client avatar worksheet. So we literally sit and I make my clients really describe who their ideal client is. And I ask them to think about why. Why is this person your ideal client? If you can't explain it to me in a simple way, if you can't explain it to an 8th grader, then you don't fully understand it yourself. You have to have firm understanding, and you got to be able to explain it intelligently why that person is your ideal client. Now, so that you can craft your message that speaks their language, that speaks to their fears, and it speaks to their most desired outcomes.
Yes, I understand. Okay, now on a regular basis, what are some of the most common comments or concerns that your clients present to you?
Oh, man. Well, one concern is that a lot of times they have bad experiences with marketing because a lot of business owners will go after what's new and shiny. If this person's doing it and it works for them, it's going to work for me. That's not always the case. Or if or I did ads for 3 months and it didn't work, so I don't want to do ads anymore. Well, that campaign didn't work, but it doesn't mean that a better crafted campaign won't work. Or that's the biggest thing, is that it's not that they're not experienced, it's that they are experienced and they haven't had good experiences. So what we do is I ask them to take a good hard look at what they have done in the past, and then we sit and we figure out why it didn't work, right? What could have been fixed, what could have been adjusted, how could we have worded things better, and then we'll show them how it can work if we do it a little differently. And a lot of times I see the light bulb go off, and that's when I know that they're really ready to be a business owner. Because you know as well as I do, running a business, being an entrepreneur, there's a science and there's an art. And you can't ignore the science. A good scientist always tests before they give up. So you have to run it, we'll form a hypothesis, test your theory, right? Measure the results, go back to the lab, make a new theory, right? Using the new data, right? Run some more tests, take it live, and then get the results again, go back to the lab again with the new data until you get it right. A lot of times with marketing, you're going to fail a lot more than you succeed. But each failure gets you closer to that victory.
Right. So how do you balance creating these tailored strategies for each of your clients while maintaining a scalable and repeatable process in your agency?
With SOPs, with SOPs, we document everything. So if this works, we're going to document it and we're going to share this with our other clients. That's something that I encourage my clients to do, is document whatever you're doing, because one of the things that makes your business valuable is your systems. So, and that's the only thing that's going to give you freedom if you're a solopreneur and you want to not be a solopreneur. There's a great book. I'm not sure if you read it or not. It's called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Have you read that book?
No.
Phenomenal book. Definitely suggest it to everyone out there. It's called The E-Myth. And it's all about the progression of an entrepreneur, right? So you always start as a technician, and then you work your way out of that spot by documenting what it takes to do that job. And then you hire someone else to do it. Then you give them the operation. Here's how to do your job. Now you're a manager. Now, while you're a manager, you document your processes on how you manage this new team, right? And then when you're ready to hire a manager, hey, here's how you do this job. Now you've elevated. Now you're a business owner, because you own a business that doesn't need you to be there. The manager manages the team manages the performance of the business, right? And then when you document how to own the business, now you have a system that you can sell as an entrepreneur. So now you can either duplicate that same business in another area and create a chain, right? Or you create a group of businesses that do the same thing in different areas. Or you can create a franchise, or you can create a license to sell. But you have to work through each of those steps, document everything you do along the way that you can teach to someone else to give them when they take it over.
Okay. And two things. The E-Myth. Can you give me the author's name again? Can you give us the author's name again?
Michael Gerber. That's Michael, and that's Gerber, Gerber. The E-Myth.
Thank you very, very much for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the SOP, for those of who don't know that acronym, is that Standard Operating Procedures?
Yeah, exactly. It's basically you're just documenting how you do things, and if you're doing something that works well, you just document it, and then you can keep. Now your SOPs can evolve over time. So as you find a way to, as they should evolve. They shouldn't be dusty in some corner somewhere. They should
Right.
be a living, breathing document that
Okay.
as you find success in other areas, or as you find ways to streamline what you do, you document it. And so it's ever changing.
Okay. Now, you prioritize teaching clients the why and the how behind their marketing strategy. Why is this education such an essential part of your approach?
Well, from personal attestation, is that a word? Attestation, is that a word?
I'd have to Google
it. Personal attestation. Well, or as I can personally attest to, one thing that has always kept me ahead of competitors was my constant knowledge acquisition. So I like to keep my finger on the pulse of what works out here in these streets. So and I like to test everything. So if I see someone with maybe it may be a new tool, or it may be a new system, I will test that tool and I will test that system. If I read about a certain person's success, I like to test what I learned from that book. So I like to say that my best friends right now are millionaires I've never met because of podcast books and audio books. I read industry magazines and articles. So learning is what keeps you ahead of the game, because most people don't read, as well as you and I both know. Most people don't read. They don't continue to. They do the same thing over and over again for years, and then they wonder why they fall behind. So constant self-education. And me, I love being a coach. Like, I'm a coach at heart. I'm a marketer, but I'm a coach at heart, and I love to teach. That's why I like speaking. That's why I like being on shows like this, because it gives me an opportunity to teach, because that's who I am at heart. I'm not an office guy. I like reaching the people. But that's bottom line. It's just education is what keeps you ahead of your competitors, and it keeps you relevant in your industry. So you're saying that the business owners must come with an insatiable desire for knowledge about their industry. Yes, it has to be a constant focus on learning what works industry-wide, what doesn't work industry-wide, and what the trends are to keep an eye on for the future. Okay. Now, someone mentioned to me this week about the mentorship, how we should have one senior mentor, at least three, one senior mentor, one friend-tor, someone's on your level, but also you can learn from, and also a junior, someone who is under you, but will keep you grounded and knowledgeable about that particular generation or that particular area. How do you agree with that? Do you think that all three are necessary? I definitely do. And I learned that last part. I'm glad you said that, the junior mentor, because my 16-year-old son has become my junior mentor. And in recent time, because I get such energy and like inspiration from him, hearing him talk about the trends with his own peer group and their music, their viewpoint on things, and I never really realized how important that was until he started to take an interest in business. He wants to get into the fashion world, so we've been having a lot of business talks, and I'm really enjoying this new part of our relationship. So I definitely think that's important. I've always had mentors that were ahead of me, like Dr. Eric Kelly. Shout out Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly's been an instrumental part of my recent development and changing the way I think about some things. So I'm grateful to have that. I have a lot of peers right now, people who are on the same pace as me. I like to talk to. Matter of fact, I just talked to two really, friend tours. I like that. I'm gonna put that in the data banks. I just was two friend tours today, and I hooked up with a new friend tour yesterday, who I've been talking to online, and we finally met today. She's brilliant. And then of course, my love Renee has been a brilliant mentor to me, and I've been a mentor to her. We've worked, to help each other. So all three levels are so important. We're not supposed to be by ourselves. We're not supposed to be islands. Humans always perform best in tribes. So it's good to have your own tribe around you and get those different levels.
Yes. Now, can you walk us through a time in your success story where you helped a client overcome significant challenges?
Yes. Most recently, I can think of, I have a fitness coach who I've been mentoring. And, I hadn't really felt like I wanted to get back into that industry because it on some levels, it's just such a mess right now. That is such a mess. But I really came to admire her desire to want to become a leader in the industry and to really get some measure of success in her journey. She's got a great family. She's got a great mind, and she really cares about her people. So I've been mentoring her and I've been coaching her, and to see her development from someone who was terrified to just reach out to someone to talk about her business, terrified to talk about, imagine an entrepreneur being terrified to talk about their business. Well, that was her. She got anxiety around talking about her own business. And over the past couple of months, we've been working on her, really on her belief in her own authority and her own value, and the value that what she does brings to her clients' lives. And she has tripled her business just in the past 3 months.
Wow.
Based on a simple mental shift that I've helped her reinforce and helped her on, okay, how many calls did you make today? All right. How many appointments did you book? How many people did you close? Right? Why didn't you close more? What do you think's working really well right now? How many more calls are you going to make before the end of the week? So that's the thing. Accountability goes a long way, especially if you don't have, we'll say, I hate to say self-discipline, but if you have self-limiting beliefs that are getting in the way of your progress, getting encouragement, getting a accountability partner is key. And I think that's been the biggest factor in our relationship, was that accountability and the gentle pushing her forward.
Right. And I think it's really important, like you said, that we have that come in with that daily, a daily goal, a daily plan. I'm going to call this many people this day. I'm going to close on at least this many today. Yeah, that's going to set us off to a very, very, very good start.
It can be it can be nerve-wracking though, especially if you don't have that extrovert personality. It can be nerve-wracking to think, just imagine picking the phone up and making a phone call about business. But what they always say, closed mouths don't get fed. No one's in line waiting to give you the money.
Right.
I wish, but that's not the case. Yeah, you open your business and all of a sudden there's a line waiting for you money in hand, ready to. Nah, you got to go out there and you got to be your own best advocate. No one's going to advocate, more for you than you. And honestly, if you have, like someone told me a long time ago, back when I was in fitness, they said, if you're not constantly telling people what you do, everyone that is failing in life, right, that's your fault. Because if you could have told them what you do, you could have prevented them from failing. So get out there and talk about what you do and how you help.
I understand. So, how do you ensure your services are truly world-class? What sets you apart from other agencies?
I constantly take a look at my systems, and I constantly take a look at where are the opportunities to trim the fat. How can I to add? What are we doing that has redundancy? What are we doing that's not efficient? and what can we push the gas pedal on to make this work even better than it is now. I think that it's just good taking a good hard look at what we do on a regular basis, at least once a quarter, and seeing where the opportunities are to either get rid of, add more to, or keep doing what we're doing, maybe even just at scale. So if there's something that's working really well, how can we scale this, or how can we apply this across the board to all of our clients? Something that's not working well, we figure out why, and then do we need to make it better, or just get rid of it outright, or do we need to just keep doing what we're doing, but just do more of it?
Okay. Now, how often do you think the companies, or how often do you advise your clients to go back and reevaluate their program and do an assessment on what's working and what could they subtract to add?
Once a quarter. At least once a quarter. Some people do it weekly. It depends on how busy you are, what your scaling plan is, where do you want to be? The faster you want to grow, the more you have to evaluate. But I find if you can take a good hard look, just take a whole day and just examine it from a 30,000 top-down view, or even hire someone to do it for you. To really objective look, because a lot of times, all businesses there are children, and we never want to criticize our parenting. And in our minds, we're the world's best parents. But if you ask some of your clients, to give you an objective criticism, chances are they're going to do it. And you got to be able to take that data and make the changes that you need to change to provide world-class service. So a lot of times, your view is important. It's also important to have an outside view, but it's even more important to have an internal view from your clients themselves.
Right.
They will tell you the absolute truth.
Yes. Yes. Now, in your experience, how have marketing trends evolved over the last few years?
Man, listen, the most important thing that has happened to marketing in the past few years has been the emergence and rapid integration of AI.
Yes.
That's not even a debate. It's involved in everything that we do now, for better or for worse. It's involved in everything that we do now, and it's only going to be even more involved as the technology evolves. You see, Google has firmly integrated AI into search. Facebook has firmly integrated its own AI into its advertising platform. Email, I'm a certified constant contact partner and local expert. Email has firmly integrated AI into not just writing assistance, but also analyzing your data and also advising you on ways to improve your email marketing. It's wild. Your calendar even has AI enhancement. You can actually move people around on your schedule for you. It's nuts. So so definitely, without a doubt, it's AI, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing for the next 3 to 5 years as well. I don't think any trends are going to have any bigger impact than what we're seeing with the AI right now.
For sure. Now, what do you recommend your clients need to do to stay ahead of the curve with this new trend in AI integration?
Pardon me. I think stay on top of best practices for ethical use. Stay on top of it.
On that, please.
Yeah, stay on. It can be really easy to be lazy and let AI do everything for you. It can be really easy.
Right.
It can seem like it's the best thing to do is to let AI do all your writing, do all the things for you. But I tell my clients, AI should be used more as an help you brainstorm, give you ideas and insights that you may be missing, and to polish up what you write. Right? Polish up what you now. As AI learns you and learns how you write, it can begin to do a little more as a writing partner. But lazy owners will let AI write it and then they'll post it as it is. That's lazy and it's unethical.
Yeah.
Because you can also get in trouble because a lot of times AI can plagiarize other people's material and you won't even know it.
Okay. Okay. So what role does the mindset play in a successful marketing campaign?
All the roles. Yeah, it plays all the roles. Mindset is where it begins and ends. You like, I use this for an example. So, example, if you have, do you watch Ultimate Fighting Championship? Fighting Championship? Do you watch?
No,
boxing?
I do not. No, I do not.
How about boxing?
Sometimes.
All right. How about did you watch the track and field in the Olympics?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, any sport. But let's take track for example. So most of the time, the difference in a gold medal and a silver medal is like a fraction of a second.
Right.
Right. So, and a lot of times when people who didn't medal or they medaled or they didn't gold medal, it's like it's fractions of seconds. And most of the time when they get interviewed, they're going to say, you know what? They got broken at some point in the race mentally because they saw somebody getting ahead of them.
Right.
And instead of fighting for that fraction, it's like sometimes they give up mentally.
Yes.
If you're in a boxing match, a lot of times if your game plan doesn't work, you can get broken mentally. You lose the fight. If you watch football right now, I just saw the Washington Commanders get smacked down by. I was so happy to see it. They got smacked down and put out the fight. I don't know, where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana.
Okay, New Orleans. Yeah, okay, the Saints country. Yeah. All right. Well, you've seen sometimes how a team can be down and out in the first half, but something happens at halftime to where that team that was losing becomes a whole new team in the second half. So they didn't all of a sudden become a more athletic team in the locker room. They didn't all of a sudden gain physical superpowers in that locker room. What they did was they reset themselves mentally. And that's what entrepreneurs have to learn how to do. Every day, you choose your mindset. Every day is your success or failure is a choice. So you can choose to make the phone calls. You can choose to make the follow-ups. You can choose to return the emails. You can choose to book your time appropriately. And you can choose whether if you have a bad day, whether you let that affect your next day. So your mindset is everything. I'll close that question on this. There's an old saying that everything is created twice, right? It's created once in the mind and created by your hands.
Okay.
But it begins in the mind first. You can't create anything with these until you create it in here. So mindset is everything.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. And as always, we were delighted to have you with us. And we look forward to seeing you again in future. Please continue to do what you do. We appreciate you.
Listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. It's a pleasure to meet you today. And you have a beautiful smile, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
In case no one tells you today, I'm going to tell you. But also, listen, if anybody wants to get in touch with me, I'm very easy to find. I'm all over the socials. Look at Chad W. Smith. I'm in Frederick, Maryland. You can go to the website, www.5lionsmarketing.com, or you can email me, chieflion@5lionsmarketing.com. And that's all letters, no numbers, and hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Black Business Network mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to the www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund. or use the Cash App that's on the screen below. It's the $ BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $500 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpo.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors, NC 100, Suede Soul, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Marge McLean Foundation, Genius is Common, as well as Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Black Business Olympic, Artistic App Designs, Black Law Firms, and Black Business Expo USA. Remember, genius is coming, and we'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago. And she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students. And just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely, and this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined.
I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. You know, people ask me, why do I do the pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at.
My name is Katie Bennett, and I own Lexicon Presents Publishing. We are a publishing and media company that helps you take your story and share it with the world. You know, for a while, I just had my family telling me to just hang it up, get over it, you know, and I had no support. And it was in your program that I really understood the necessity for having that help, having that support. And so now I actually feel like a CEO as we scale, as our clientele changes, as my company is opening doors for other people to, you know, take care of their families. It's just completely changed from just a mom who was publishing books. I was at a point where my job, although it was paying really well, wasn't enough. And my business was always in the red, and I was tired of it. And so I came in just hoping to get some sort of help to just not end up in the red every month. Ooh, wow. Okay, so there was one in particular, I cannot remember his name, but he asked me, he said, why are you in business? And I told him that I wanted to make a difference and I want to help my community. And he let me ramble on for a while. And then when I was done, he was like, okay, all of those things are great. They make you a humanitarian, not a business owner. And he was the one who told me, he's like, you know, you have this great service and you're offering it at like a great value price. So to someone like myself, we don't know that we're going to get the value of what you're actually bringing. And so that gave me the confidence I needed to raise my price. It gave me the confidence to go after my actual client that I actually prefer to work with. And it really just changed everything for me. I don't think without him kind of giving me that push, I don't think I would have gotten to this point or position. Wow, the benefits is just having a coach that holds you accountable. They set goals with you. That's been my favorite part. She has amazing experience, you know, and so she brings her strategies and her ideas, and she helped me narrow down, what services I actually wanted to offer, how I could actually continue to offer it, how many clients at one time could I have. All of the information that she's given has just really transformed my entire company. And so I know I would have never gotten to where I am today and having some of these partnerships that I'm, having now without her help. You're going to get information that you're not going to find on YouTube. You actually take the time to strategically give us the information, then give us time to actually apply it. I would also say that so that you're not just out on a ledge alone trying to figure this out. Like, you deserve to be in a community with other people who also want to grow their business. And then finally, the biggest thing I think I took away from CMET was that I had a whole office in Longwood, I still do, and at the time I had not paid my business tax receipt. I didn't know that that was something you had to do. So that was like one of the first couple days of information, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go get that together right now. So I'm really glad that, CMET was there for myself, and anybody else who has the opportunity, they need to do it.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the HeyTie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish,
Goldie,
dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Humpton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak in English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is coming.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Ravana Amos, and I am your business moderator for this session of the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. Today, we have Mr. Marcus Minter. Marcus Minter is a versatile and sound engineer, musician, producer, and music director with a passion for creating impactful, high-quality music. With years of experience in both the studio and live environments, Marcus brings technical expertise and creative vision to every project, from engineering and producing to composing and directing. They have worked across a variety of genres, consistently developing innovative and professional results. Known for blending technical precision with artistic expression, Marcus continues to shape the sound of music today. Welcome, Mr. Marcus Minter. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to what you have to share with us. Let's jump right in, if you don't mind. If we could start with your just general background. What made you want to start your own business?
I am a musician. I've been a musician since I was young, been in church all my life. So that's pretty much where it started from. I just enjoy music. I love being around it. It's my safe space. It's my getaway from the world. It's just something that I just love, like every day of my life. I can't.
Okay, so what led you to transition to sound engineer, production, and music direction?
Okay, so easy. It just goes hand in hand. Me being a musician, I've played with a bunch of different artists, choirs, things like that. So traveling around with these artists, you know, you have to do local things. A lot of people really don't invest in their sound quality everywhere you go. So I caught myself really just dragging along equipment, you know, every chance I could get. And that kind of just led me into really diving into what it would take to actually be a true sound engineer. Um, and actually, I need to credit Erica Nocturnal to being my first artist to give me that opportunity to really do a full sound gig and a full sound setup.
I'm excited about this next question. Can you walk us through your typical creative process when you start working on a new project?
Yeah, I just do a layout. I kind of get the gist of my artist, band, or person that I'm working with, their likes, their dislikes, you know, what they're looking for. If it's in the studio, what they're looking for, what type of sound they're looking for. If it's live music, what type of sound they're looking for. The venue size, just the venue space, you know, everything kind of goes into how you orchestrate a good, you know, sound for every different experience.
So has your journey evolved as an artist and engineer over the years?
Yes, I've been able to grace some of the greatest stages in the U.S. and in other countries with artists and with my music, both me, you know, playing and engineering. I've been on 2 tours so far. I haven't really been focused on it. I mean, they were small. They were small. It's nothing to really, you know, talk about. One was a soca tour. It was a soca artist, so that was different for me. And then one was with Robin Thicke, where I was actually able to build out his stage setup. So that was nice.
That's awesome.
That was good. Yes.
So how have your interests or skills shifted in unexpected ways? Have you transitioned in other areas as well?
I have motivation to get to the movie side, the stage plays, the orchestra side. I do want to check that out. I want to see what it takes to make it on that side, you know, and you know, kind of gain the skills that it would take to really be behind networks, television stations, like I said, orchestras. I would really love to be in those spaces a lot more. So I'm getting there. I'm rubbing elbows with some people that could possibly put me in good positions. And so I would say that I have advanced over the years.
No, thank you so much. We have so many artists who are right now looking for some type of guidance. We have business owners who are doing what you're doing in the sound room, engineers and production workers. So we want to definitely address them who are watching so that we can be a help to them. So tell us, how do you balance technical precision with artistic expression when you're working on a particular project?
I have a lot of love for what I do.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of passion driven behind what I do.
Okay.
I want the artist to sound like they were living the dream. I don't care if we were doing a performance in front of a grocery store. I want to seek and find out how I can give them the sound that they want and really deserve every single time we come out. And it's really about just getting a great setup that works for you. But it's also guided by teachings from the elders that are already in this. And then kind of making sure that you walk those steps, do not cut any corners. Every time you have a show, every time it needs to be professional. It needs to be set up the correct way, and you have to walk your steps. You can't cut corners. No means. By no means. You can't cut any corners.
Now, how would
So,
you go ahead?
No, go ahead.
So how would you advise others who are watching this when they're collaborating with other artists? How do they ensure they're staying true to both their vision and their technical goals?
Remember that we are servants first. Those that are artists are coming in to explain their vision. Our job is to help get that vision out, to display that vision. We have some creative and artistic input, and don't be afraid to say what you want to say, in those spaces, but also be humble. Be humble and just realize that sometimes their vision you're not gonna grasp all the time. So you really kind of have to just pay attention to what they want, give them what they want, and realize that what you're giving them is enough. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to put your imprint personally on everything, when just by them being there with you, it is your imprint. They want to work with you because there's thousands of me out there that anybody could work with. Those that have chose to work with me, I'm humble and blessed.
So basically they have to stay focused that it is their vision, is their goal, not their own vision.
Yes.
Even though you might think it look better or might go better this way, you have to submit to
same way we do with God. Sometimes we ask God for what we want, and then we go out and we try to write the vision ourselves when God has something else that he wants for us. And we always get in the way. So you have to get out the way, get out our own way.
In the terms of producing the music, especially because we're on the turn and talking about the religion, and when you're taking jobs for churches or outside of the churches, it's different. So when you produce the music, how do you make the decisions, or how do you suggest they make decisions on arrangement, instrumentation, and overall direction?
I take my movements from others that I've seen excel at higher levels where I'm trying to go. So just study, practice, study some more, practice some more. You can never do enough of either one of those. Ask questions too. I ask a lot of questions. I follow a lot of people. I go in and study up under them. I'm never too big to go and sit up under somebody and learn. That's my mindset. I'm always willing to learn everywhere I go because I don't know everything. So
would you suggest that they recommend highly that they get mentors?
Yes.
In the field?
Yes. I have a couple that I continuously call at a moment's notice. It can be 2 a.m. in the morning. It can be 8 a.m. in the morning. Hey, I'm sorry. I know I'm messing with you. I got a question. You know, we talk about it, and I'm just grateful that they are able to take my call, because these are some, in my eyes, these are some major people that are taking my call. So I'm happy. You know. Yeah.
So, what role do you play in shaping the overall sound of the artist record, especially when you're directing the live music?
Live music, I want it to sound like it did when we put it down in the studio. So I make sure that all directives are taken seriously. I want their stems, which is like their studio live cuts.
Okay.
I'm gonna get those to the band. We're gonna practice over and over, and we're gonna use the stems in the show, so everything will sound like glue. Everything will be cohesive, and it will be together. So that is what I, just in my professional opinion, I try to stick as closely to what the artist did in studio as possible. Nothing extra unless they ask for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you keep yourself inspired and creative in a field that can often be repetitive or high pressure?
Music is growing every day. There's a lot of different artists out there, so that alone kind of gives me my push to want to be even more creative. How did they do that? Artists such as Moonchild. I follow Robert Glasper a lot, Corey Henry a lot. Everything's advancing. I actually heard the guy talking earlier about AI. It's kind of like AI is in our field too.
Yes.
It's
Have
there.
you
So
integrated it into your process?
no,
Your creative process?
no. I mean, we do have things like auto-tune that's kind of been around a lot.
Right.
But we just kind of use that to kind of straighten out the vocals in a mix. Where it may seem like a little sharp, a little flat, we'll use it to kind of correct it. If we don't want to make the singer sing the cut over 10 times, 20 times, we'll just use auto-tune. But I haven't seen it firmly come inside of our lane yet, but I do believe that it's coming, because a lot of people are making AI videos and songs of artists that are not really singing. That's not their song, but it's their voice. So soon it's gonna be, you're gonna have albums and everything that's gonna come out where it's fully integrated with AI. Yeah.
Okay. So on the collaborations and your influences, how do you navigate working with artists who might have a different musical vision than you? And you can share a story if you choose to.
I mean, again, it's like we said earlier. I'm humble enough to scoot out the way. I'm not that person that's going to be, it must go like this. It has to go my way. I'm very, very passive. Like, whatever you want, however you want it. If you don't want it like that, we can take it, throw it away. We can start over.
The client is always right.
The client is always right. The client is always number one. The client is always right. And I'm not going to go away from that, because, I mean, you might as well just do the record yourself if you're going to get in the way.
Right. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Absolutely.
Stay in your lane.
So who are some of the artists, if you can, or producers you've worked with that have influenced your style or approach to your sound that you try to create?
So I'll name a couple. So like I said, Robert Glasper, he's a neo soul jazz artist. Corey Henry, the same. Snarky Puppy, they're on the jazz side. Esperanza Spalding. On the gospel side, we can go to Donald Lawrence, William Murphy, Music Soul Child. I'll go Todd Galbraith. He's like right now. Todd Delaney, they're right now. Maverick City, Elevation. So I'm touching everywhere that I can. I like rock too. I don't know any rock. I don't know any rock off the top of my head right now, but I love rock artists as well. So yeah, I'm touching all forms of genres, trying to get some sound from them, get some sound objective from them. Yeah.
So what are some of your most memorable collaborations and what made them stand out to you?
I would say working with Robin Thicke has been a little bit of an eye opening for me.
What way?
Both knowing that I can do it, knowing that no stage is too big for you to at least try. So working with him has been eye opening. He's very humble. He's straightforward, you know. Have
Which
his
is what
stuff
you
right,
need. Yeah.
which is what you need.
Yeah. Don't want to pull it from you.
Yeah. So, and then I would say even closer, Miranda. I worked with Miranda Curtis. She came down and I had my group at the time, my singing group that I put together just for her. We didn't have no rehearsals, and she had just put out her album that had like God Almighty on there, Nobody Like You, Lord. So those songs had just came out, and that's what she came down here and sung. We had no rehearsals with her. We had rehearsals ourselves, but not with her. And you would think with her being a big artist, she wants to hear who she's about to play with. And
Right.
And she came down here and was blown away.
Oh, wow.
And so I took that to heart. Like, okay, I can do this. Like, I'm okay, you know?
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful. Okay. So tell me, how do you foster trust and communication with the artist when you're in the studio or on tour with them?
I'm letting them know at all times that I'm here for anything that they need. Anything that they want, anything that they want to change, I'm going to remain flexible because sometimes they don't feel a key. They don't feel the key of the song that they wrote it in. They want to change the key. Cool. Sometimes they're not feeling, the atmosphere. They want to change something. They want to change a song. They want to change whatever. I remain flexible at all times. I'm going to go wherever you go. Wherever the wind blow you, I'm gonna go that way too. We're gonna figure it out together. What we're not gonna do is I'm not gonna be a wall that you can't come to and stand in the way of whatever God is trying to transition you to in that moment. Because that's how we got to look at it. God is speaking to you and he's making you, maybe alter something for somebody that may need something in the crowd or wherever we're going. That may be the case. So I'm not going to stand in the way of that. I'm gonna move with you.
Right. So have you seen the music industry change over the years, especially when it comes to the technology and how it's produced?
Oh yes. Especially on my sound engineering side, it changes. It changes every 6 months to a year. There's a new soundboard that comes out. You got to learn as an engineer. All engineers are not all mixer boards are not created equal. We've moved from the age of analog boards to now having digital boards, but now the digital boards are getting so just serious that without the proper classes, you have to kind of learn on your own. And when I travel a lot, going city to city, state to state, sometimes you don't know what venue you're going into. You don't know what they have. So you have to kind of be prepared for anything. And what I usually do is most digital boards have the same kind of concept set up as far as their hardwire interface, the computer part of it. So I'll just, run on YouTube real quick, kind of give me a little run through, and then I'll get to the venue extra early if I can and play with it myself and just kind of get like, where this is, where that is, how to do this, how to do that. And if I just really don't know, then I'll call somebody who I've known has touched this board before, and they'll give me a little short walkthrough on the phone. Yeah.
Okay, now those who are novice to this and don't have a mentor, don't know where to start, and they're trying to stay up to date on what's the latest technology-wise. What app would you send them to? Where would you advise them to go? Go hit this place, learn this.
YouTube is big. YouTube
YouTube,
is big. Yeah, YouTube is big. They will keep you in the know. But also shows like NAM. NAM is a big tech show.
Okay.
That introduces all the latest gear.
It's NAM?
NAMM.
Okay.
Yeah, they introduce all the latest gear, all the latest keyboards, instruments,
Okay.
mixers that's coming in, setups, digital boards, digital speakers, new line array systems, whatever you need, tech wise, they're introducing it. And there's more shows like that. I don't know them off the top of my head, but there's more shows like that.
Okay.
That introduce new tech into the world. And then just staying with the companies that you like to work with, like as far as if you're a Yamaha or a Mackie fan, staying engaged with their page, with their actual company page. You can go on their company page and see what they have on there as well. And what what's coming out, what's going to be coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's information is key. So, just going on there. Yeah. Going on there is pivotal for your growth and staying in the know. Yeah.
And before we get to the next question, I want to take this opportunity to stop and let you tell our viewers how they can get in touch with you, give us some information on how they can contact you.
So I have email marcusmentor1986@yahoo.com. Also, you can find One Source Events Texas on Instagram. I will answer, almost immediately from either of those two platforms.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, can you share a project challenge that you had that was unanticipated that you had to overcome?
Yes, it's something that we as engineers face all the time. Microphone frequencies in the area. I got to I forget what town it was. It was somewhere outside of Fort Worth, and we
wasn't us. It wasn't us.
No, it wasn't y'all.
Yeah, right.
No, it wasn't y'all. It wasn't y'all.
Okay.
We got somewhere. I'm doing my setup, getting ready to text my mics, and most of the time, with Shure is a brand of mic. I'm sure you know that. Most of the time, they kind of carry protected bandwidths of frequencies.
Okay.
But for some reason, I didn't have any frequencies open. So when you don't have any frequencies open for your mics, you can't use your mics at all. So I had to kind of, hurry up and kind of figure something out. And what I just ended up doing was basically getting all lined in corded mics and just going that way, hard line, going that way until I can figure out what was going on with the frequencies of the wireless mics. But that was one that was kind of major because the show was about to start in like 30 minutes. Wow. And we had been there already for like 5 hours doing the setup. So finding out that I had no frequencies for the mics was it was scary because no mics, you can't do anything. Like you can't sing, you nobody can do anything. You're going to be out there with a live band and no mic at all. Nobody's going to be able to hear you. So that was one that was scary. Usually I'm very safe and together. I'm always thinking like 10 steps ahead. So that was one that kind of got me like, how are you going to react to that situation? But I'm just glad that I thought about bringing those extra mics and it ended up being helpful.
So extra mics are always good to have.
Extra everything. Extra. That's my other rule of thumb. If you got a show and you wanna pack light and you wanna count the number of band members, artists, choir members, whatever, that you're gonna have, your setup in your mind, double that.
Yes.
Double that. And it also goes hand in hand checking your equipment during the week before the show. Do that too, because you can have a speaker that you don't know is blown out and you take it there and now you're all of a sudden you're one speaker down and you're trying to make something happen, check your stuff, you know, do your quarterly checks, your weekly checks. It's very helpful.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And in line with that, can you tell us, just for those who are starting, what are some of the general problems that you know they're going to run into, and just give them some quick guidelines?
Thinking that one mic fits all artists, it doesn't. EQ, learn how to use your EQ inside of the mixer board. Learning how to EQ your actual sound out of the speakers. Problems, not having enough equipment. That's one. You're not gonna get a vocal check all the time, like a run through with an artist. So sometimes you're gonna have to be faced with doing a EQ while the show is actually started.
Oh wow.
We don't like that as engineers,
right?
But sometimes we are faced with that. We are faced with that a lot. Like I said, frequency issues, depending on the area that you're in, depending on the mics that you have. Again, sound checks, because bands be running late too. Bands be running late too. So, man, that's about it. That's the normalcy of every single gig you're gonna have, where you're gonna make sure that you knock those out and have all that stuff ready.
Thank you so much. And I'm sure that it's very helpful to those who are listening, and we appreciate that. Now, in terms of the artists themselves, how important is it that you have a relationship with them, or how do you keep that relationship balanced and professional?
Make sure that it's very, you said the word, make sure that you stay professional. Make sure that there's a good business sense between you two. Remember that it's business, but also know that you're there to do your job. You're there to do your job. If the artists themselves open themselves up to you and get closer to you, then you are able to reciprocate that same thing. But usually the artist is there to do their job too, and they want the job done. They don't want anything outside of that. Sometimes you have situations that don't happen because the engineer and the artists are going through a bickering session, because you're basically going against what they wanted to be done. And that could end everything, and that's what you don't want. That's what you don't want.
Right.
So just you said it, just stay professional at all times. Stay professional, stay in your lane. I think we've covered that 1,000 times doing this video. Stay professional.
Ain't covered enough. Stay in your lane.
Yeah. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That is pivotal for everything that I do in my job, in my experience. I mean, I stay in my lane, whether I'm on the musician side or on the engineering side. Stay in my lane. Do my job. Do your job. That's all.
Now, when preparing your schedule, and you're taking assignments and you're taking jobs, talk to me about what should they take into consideration.
I use my calendar a lot. I make sure I write everything down. I make sure that I give myself at least an hour or two in between, both for getting to the event and both to leave, just in case I have another event right after that. Sometimes we can double book where we have an event that's going on immediately after. I try not to do that, try not to stress myself out. But I use my calendar for everything. I write out everything. I even make sure that I take a Monday, which is usually my rest day. I'll take my Monday and I'll look at my calendar for the rest of the week or for the rest of the month, just to make sure, okay, I know I got this. All right, I need to be prepared for this. Let me get all that in line, and it's a knock everything out.
Organization is key.
Yeah, organization is key.
Yes.
Organization is key.
So tell us, in our last 2 minutes here, what are your goals for the future in terms of projects, collaborations, evolving your skill set?
Um, Again, just studying, getting under somebody, staying around somebody, is key. Making sure that you are never afraid to ask questions.
Okay.
Yeah, gather as much information as possible at all times. It's going to help you.
Well, we thank you so very much. We appreciate all that you shared with us today. And
I
thank you
appreciate you.
on behalf of all the entrepreneurs who are out there trying to do what you're doing well and set an example. We thank you, and we thank you again for sharing, and we look forward to having you again.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. You're welcome. The Black Business Expo mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpo.com to donate to the scholarship funds or use the Cash App that's on the screen below. As you can say, Cash App $BBX USA. Would you like to give us any closing words before I check?
I'm fine.
Speak with our sponsors.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, you have
Thank
shared
you.
a lot, and you have been super duper fantastic. And to all the young entrepreneurs who are starting out, please look at this young man and be encouraged. And those of you who are out there, you see Marcus Mentor, you know what he does now. Call him. He's available. Give us that information one more time. Give us that information one more time. You can
Email me at marcusmentor19861986@yahoo.com. Also follow One Source Events Texas on Instagram. That is one ONE Events Texas TX on Instagram. You can find me everywhere.
Okay, thank you so very much. Let me see. I think I have 1 minute left, and I'm going to use that to go ahead on and thank our sponsors. Once again, thank you again, Marcus. We appreciate you, and we definitely hope to see you in the future. Please continue doing what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, our goal is to give laptops and up to $500 to our 10 students. Students can register online with Black Business USA, www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo sponsors, NC 100, Sway Soul, Carolina, Virginia Minority Support Development Council, Sleep Management, the Margie McLean Foundation, Genius is Common, Executive Women's Successful Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Black Business Olympics, Artix App Design, Black Banks Law Firm, and Black Business Expo USA. Remember, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader and expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to do, I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. a place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be, a safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.